It's another hot evening in Arlington, Texas. Temperatures in the 90s for Game 2 between the Angels and the Rangers. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. The Angels have called up a young player that some scouts feel is the best position player to come out of post-revolution Cuba. Kendrys Morales, who at the age of 19 hit cleanup for the great Cuban national team. He has flown through the Angels system, and tonight, Rex, he will make his major league debut.
They've flown him through, Fizz, so they're hoping this kid can produce. That's why he's got the credentials, and most of these young guys we've seen this year have the credentials to get called up. Last season he had a pretty good year, but take in mind that was not a full season. Mike Scioscia wants a little sock on that lineup. They're hoping the young switch hitter can do that, batting behind Garrett Anderson. And he will bat fifth in the lineup. The Angels as a team batting under 230 in the month of May. And on the mound will be John Lackey. Grew up 175 miles west of Arlington in Abilene. He grew up a Ranger fan. He wants to beat those Rangers tonight. John likes pitching here at home because his family's all in the stands. You always want to do well when they're here, but tell you, Mike Scioscia wants John Lackey to produce the numbers he produced against the Rangers the last time he faced them in April. Only giving up 2 runs in 7 innings, Fizz. That's what they need. They need to get some swagger back so they can get a W. Winning cures all. Well, Lackey is glad about one thing, that he has Vladimir Guerrero on his side. Guerrero's been like a Texas tornado against the Rangers. He tries to stretch his hit streak to 41 consecutive games against these Rangers.
Quikrete Concrete. For over 60 years, it's been used by just about everyone for just about everything. Quikrete, king of the concrete jungle.
We all know how the story goes. Cinderella is supposed to be home by midnight. Girls aren't supposed to play with boys. And lightning's not supposed to strike twice. Small's not supposed to beat big. Those who are down aren't supposed to rise up. And curses, they're not supposed to be broken. But if it all went down like it's supposed to, why would anybody play?
Searching for one great SUV? Hyundai has 2. California, the Hyundai Challenge is here, where we challenge you to compare our award-winning Santa Fe and Tucson and save thousands over the comparably equipped Honda and Toyota. Do the research, do the test drive. You owe it to yourself to get America's best warranty and check out Hyundai before you spend too much on Honda or Toyota. Take the Hyundai Challenge today. During the Hyundai Challenge, get a new Santa Fe with up to $3,000 cash back. But hurry, offer ends May 31st.
Don't wash your car with your baby. Do get a rebate on a dual flush toilet. For money-saving rebates and water-saving tips, check out bewaterwise.com.
Life comes in pieces, and so do your dreams. Achieving your dreams isn't impossible. At Laguna Beach Financial, we make the pieces fit. Your bad credit history is just that, history. As a direct lender, we can help. Call us at 888-GREAT-RATE or apply online. Laguna Beach Financial. Come home, where dreams come true.
You guys are just like super.
Number 2.
What's a number 2?
How about a nice number 2? Lather rims, repeat. Lather rims, repeat. Repeat, repeat.
I just wanted to trim.
Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2.
I am awesome.
Hot styles from people who know what they're doing. Supercuts, every time.
Like racing and the ocean? Stop by Supercuts for a chance to win a trip to the Bahamas for the Supercuts Beach Bash.
SAP for Angels Baseball is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Aflac. Ask about it at work. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the MLB. Is it in you? By Carl's Jr. For big, juicy charbroiled burgers. The name of the game is Carl's Jr. And by your Southern California Ford dealers. Ford, bold moves. Ameriquest Field, Arlington, Texas, home to the first place team in the American League West, the Texas Rangers at 23-21. The Angels at 17 and 28, 6.5 games back of Texas. Let's check out the Angels lineup. They will go with Sean Figgins, then for the Orlando Cabrera, Vlad Guerrero, Garrett Anderson, and then Kendrys Morales. Dallas McPherson, Juan Rivera, Mike Napoli, and Adam Kennedy. You see what Guerrero has done in his career against Texas. He has hit in 40 straight games with a batting average of .446. The Carl's Jr. starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers will be Vincente Padilla. And Padilla, looking for win number 5 this year, has a lot of walks, 26 in just 52 innings.
That's right. But you know what? He faced the Angels a couple years ago in 03, maybe 3 years ago. And he beat the Angels. He shut them down. This guy's got to trust his hard stuff. He's got a good fastball. He'll throw in the mid-90s. Stay out of the middle of the plate and don't back off. That means he's got to continue to pound that strike zone with his fastball in order to be a successful pitcher against these Angels. Alexis defense behind Padilla. See Hank Blaylock last season, he was a good fielder, and he's a good fielder this season as well. He made one heck of a play last night. The Rangers, they're 5th in the league in fielding with 23 errors made. Padilla can pound that strike zone. The Angels are going to have to take it to him if they want to get a W, though. Pretty nice defense there, especially Blaylock.
Well, the Angels hoping to jump on Vincente Padilla, who has lost his last 2 home starts, allowing 7 runs in 9 2/3 innings. Angels got off to a good start yesterday, scoring a run in the first, a run in the third, but Texas came back and won the contest 3-2. Sean Figgins will lead things off, and he takes a little bit low and inside. Rod Barajas catching. Figgins yesterday 1 for 5.
Figgy just hit .234 on the road this year. Like to be able to pick that up a little bit. Had a nice little batting session early in the hitting cages with Mickey Hatcher and Mike Scioscia. They worked on a few things, particularly his bunting. Wanted to get a little bit closer to the plate when it comes to bunting. He's been coming off with and trying to run before he gets it down. So they've been working with him, and he has the ability to be able to do that. He knows.
Well, he missed a bunt opportunity in that 9th inning after the leadoff man had reached. And his failure to get him over resulted in a fielder's choice. In the next batter, Orlando Cabrera hit into a game-ending double play. It's been that kind of tough times for the Angels, who suffered their 6th loss when the Angels have had the lead in their last 8 defeats. He backs off Sean there, and Padilla has the count go to 3-2 on the leadoff hitter. Now, we told you Padilla does walk a lot of batters, not only this year, but in the past. Last year, 74 walks in 147 innings. That was with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Figgy will take one right here.
He chops it to the first baseman, and Padilla will cover, and safe at first base is Figgins.
That kind of hustle right there could be what it takes to get these Angels out of a funk. Now, that's a nice break. Figgins made his own break. Angels are going to have to start doing that. Now, this is a slow hit ball. Padilla didn't break right away. Figgins knows there's a foot race between him and the pitcher. Hey, he got the call. That fired him up. It was bang, bang. I mean, just extremely close there, but Figgy will take that. Looked like Padilla might have got his foot down in time, and Figgy clapped his hand. That made him feel good. That's a good way to start the game there for him.
It is a base hit for Sean Figgins. Now the batter is Orlando Cabrera. Figgins, terrific speed at first base. The Angels sent him yesterday, and he scored on a single by Garrett Anderson with 2 out.
Figgins making his break. Now he got another one there. Just looks like in that slow motion. We can see that Padilla just barely got his foot in there, but hey, too close to call. Figgy will take it.
This is a very good, experienced umpiring crew. Laz Diaz behind home plate, Rick Reed at first base, Tim Tashid at second base, and Ted Barrett at third. Vincente Padilla now facing Orlando Cabrera. Figgins goes, pitch is swung on, hit to right field, and that will drop for a base hit, and Figgins racing to third. Dino Ebel will send him home, and Figgins will score for the Angels, and Cabrera racing to third. The throw is in time.
Cabrera bit off a little bit more than he could chew on right there. With Vladimir Guerrero hitting behind him, the Angels having a hard time scoring runs. That was a nice RBI double, but he stretched this and had no business doing that with those power guys coming behind him. Hey, but you know what? Angels are aggressive. They're trying to take it to the Rangers. But they're up 1-0 so far. Just 2 batters.
Well, here's Vlad Guerrero. And Vladdy takes high. We told you about Guerrero's incredible success against these Texas Rangers. A 40-game hit streak. Look at those numbers. His batting average actually went down yesterday after he doubled into the left field corner.
He's 6 for 20 lifetime off Padilla. I mentioned earlier, Padilla faced the Angels June 9th in 20.
A little bit low. Guerrero has hit safely in all 40 games against these Rangers, and it is the longest streak against an opponent in at least the last 50 years. Guerrero's streak is longest by a player against one team in divisional play era, passing Ken Griffey Jr.'s mark of 35 consecutive games against Cleveland from 1992 through 1996. Flare foul.
Hey, Padilla, it'll be an interesting challenge for the Angels because he uses different arm angles. He's going to throw from on top and 3/4. He'll cut his fastball. He's got a slider and a curveball. But if the Angels can get on like Figgy took off on him, you know, he's slow home. Just get a few base runners. Maybe the Angels' base running game will come into play in tonight's ball game.
Well, Guerrero hits a long way to deep right field, and that's 42 consecutive games. 41, excuse me. 41 consecutive games for Guerrero with a base hit against the Rangers.
That's why Cabrera stays at second base. Would have been 3-0. But hey, look, it's an aggressive mental mistake he made, and Vladdy picked him up right there. And you could tell by the sound of that bat hitting the ball that was well struck. Man, that was loud. Opposite field shot. There's not a ballpark in America that can contain Vladdy. Let the ball get deep towards the catcher's glove there in the strike zone. Se fue la bola. And Vladdy, 12 on the year.
So a good start for the Angels. 3 straight hits. Sean Figgins with an infield hit. Then Cabrera doubles him home, and Guerrero, after Orlando's thrown out of third, hits a solo home run to right. They may just completely pitch around him in the future.
In last night's game, Vladdy was left in the on-deck circle. I talked to Buck Showalter. I said, Buck, had the Angels got some runners on, would you have pitched to Vladdy? He says, I don't think so with first base open. I would have challenged Garrett.
Hey, I saw Buck Showalter walk Barry Bonds in the 9th inning with the bases loaded years ago. And that drove in a run, brought Brent Mayne to the plate with the tying run at third base, and Mayne lined out to right field.
Game over.
But he was not going to let Superman beat him. And for the Rangers, their Superman opponent is Vlad Guerrero, and there's a rope down the right field side, foul.
Nice start early.
Angels trying to end a 6-game losing streak. Rangers deep on the right side in the infield, and they powder it inside to Garrett Anderson. So after Padilla jumped in front of GA 0-2, who's missed on the last couple, foul in between. Way outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
They're making Padilla spin some pitches here in this inning. They're getting a good look at him. It's been 3 years since they've last faced him.
Ooh, that's a called strike 3 outside corner. Now we get to see the major league debut of Kendrys Morales, number 22. This is a young man. He's 22 years old. He'll turn 23 on June 20th. He is from Fomento Sancti Spiritus in Cuba. Signed with the Angels December 1st, 2004, after defecting to the United States on June 8th, 2004. He was lighting it up in the minor leagues at Salt Lake City. Really coming around of late. .317 average, 5 home runs, 29 RBIs. But Mike Scioscia's hoping he catches lightning in a bottle, because Morales, after a .235 month of April, batting .413 in May. And he sends it to left field. And how about this first major league at bat? A base hit to left field.
Well, Padilla showing the rookie a little respect on the first pitch, threw him a changeup. And then he'll get that ball. Ted Barrett rushes it in. Dino Evil, we asked him before the game what would he do with that major league ball when he got his first big league hit. He says it would be extremely valuable to the family. He'll keep that and treasure it forever. He'll take it home.
He said he did not expect to play in the major leagues this quickly, but he said this is an absolute honor for his family. He called his mom and his wife today in Miami, Florida. They defected from Cuba as well recently. And there's Dallas McPherson down the right side, but foul.
Let's take another look at the young Kendrys Morales in his first big league at bat. Fastball out of the plate, jammed himself a little bit on that, but it was a perfect big league hit. Congratulations. Morales, short time in the major. I mean, in professional baseball, they rushed this kid up because of all the difficulties they've been having offensively. Maybe he'll help light a fire.
Pearson gets jammed inside. He went around, and it's strike two. Dallas had a base hit last night, so struck out twice.
Morales isn't going to run very much. He has a below average speed.
Fly ball left side. Brad Wilkerson, a long run, but he gets there to make a fine sliding catch. The Angels scored 2 runs in the first, though, on a double by Orlando Cabrera and a rocket to right by Vlad Guerrero. He has now hit in 41 consecutive games against the Texas Rangers, a major league best.
Did you hear the sound of that?
Ouch.
Stan, I love the smell of Rico printers in the morning.
You do you?
It smells like dependability.
So now you can smell dependability, Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
That's good to know.
Move your ideas forward with Rico Dependability.
Bill, we're in the core.
I know. What I don't know is why I'm chasing tornadoes when I could be at home watching DirecTV. It's the best.
Cal.
I mean, come on. You get the top box office hits as soon as they're on TV.
Another cow.
Actually, I think that was the same one.
Call today to get our most popular programming package for free. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
A simple brushstroke unites performance and design. With the engine placed near the center of gravity, and the wheels pushed to the far corners, a simple brushstroke becomes the more agile, more balanced G35 Infinity. Now lease the Infinity G35 sedan for $359 per month.
Since the beginning of the 2005 season, the Angels have had great success against these Texas Rangers, and particularly in the first inning, outscoring Texas 39-8. John Lackey getting ready to go to work in the last of the first inning with a 2-0 lead. He'll face Gary Matthews, Michael Young, and Mark Teixeira. Nissan starting pitcher John Lackey, a fine ERA, but hasn't received much run support. Just 3 wins, 3 losses.
Yeah, Big John's got him a 2-0 lead, though. His offense has spotted him. He hadn't got a W since April 26th. A couple losses and a couple no decisions. Fastball, slurve ball, and a changeup are his pitches. Big John knows exactly what to do. Spot his pitches. No long counts, because these guys are a fastball hitting team, and put them away once he gets 2 strikes on him. Don't mess around with these guys. He's going to bring in his secondary pitches early. would like to establish that fastball in the first inning if he could with these guys. Even though they're a good fastball hitting team, that's what I'm saying. John needs to hit his spots with that pitch.
Well, he pitched a magnificent game back on April 10th against these Texas Rangers. Didn't miss by very much, and the count goes to 3-2 on Gary Matthews. In that game, Rex, remember he made a terrific pitch to Phil Nevin. Nevin went down outside, got it, hit over the right field wall. That was in the first inning, gave Texas a 2-0 lead, but that was it. He shut them out the next six innings to win the ball game. And Matthews with a rope in the alley, right center field. He will stop at second base with a leadoff double.
That count to 3-2. You know a fastball's coming, you're going to hit it.
Here's the AT&T batting order for Texas. Matthews, Young, Teixeira, and his career against John Lackey outstanding. .433 with 2 big flies. Then Blaylock, Mensch, Wilkerson, DeRosa, Botts, and Barajas. Buck Showalter knows his team has plenty of offense. They're 3rd in the American League in batting at .285, 5th in runs scored, over 5 per game. Michael Young, dangerous hitter. He was perfect last night. 3 for 3 with a walk.
He's got some pretty good numbers against John Lackey lifetime. 16 for 46 with a couple big flies.
The other hitters 2, 3, and 4 are just tremendous against John Lackey. Young, Teixeira, and Blaylock. That's the big 3 here in Texas. The guys they count on to get the hits in the clutch, and it was Young coming through in the clutch last night. Blaylock coming through in the clutch.
You can't change your game plan if you're John Lackey. You see those numbers against John. You don't have to tell Young the situation either. You'd like to drive the ball to the right side to move Matthews over, but you know you're not going to ask a guy like this who can go deep.
Well, he had two strike hits yesterday, Rex.
He's been really good in that department this year, so you know you're not going to ask Young to do the prototypical second place in the order thing, and that's really what we mean with the runner, because this guy hits the ball all over the place. He hit a ball last night off of one of the best relievers in baseball, Scott Shields, a sinker. It was inside and down, a nasty knife and sinker, and he hit it right in the hole for their game-winning hit. He's a solid major league hitter.
And a Southern California lad, 29 years old, born in Covina, 6th big league season for Bishop Amat High School to UC Santa Barbara. I believe he went. Yes, he did. And Michael knew it. And that is strike 3. And John Lackey, who has been a strikeout, that was his 48th, 7th most in the American League.
The Rico sponsored defense playing behind him. We're going to see young Kendrys Morales, 5th Angel to start at first base this season, but he's the 7th overall Angel to play at first base. They've had an opening there. They're hoping this kid can sit in that spot the rest of the season. They'd like to give him some at-bats and let him play a little bit. That's the only way a young player is going to find himself, is if you let him in there and just stay with him. Even when he struggles. He's going to have little struggles early, but maybe not. He's batting 1,000 right now.
And the Angels starting 2 rookies tonight, Mike Napoli and Kendrys Morales. Morales in his major league debut, and a very young third baseman in Dallas McPherson. 3 defenders in the right side, 1 lone on the left. That's McPherson. And Teixeira fouls it off next to a guy on deck, Hank Blaylock.
So they're catching Teixeira at a pretty good time. This guy's a monster. He can put up big numbers. He knocked in 144 ribbies, and that was a major league record for a switch hitter last year. But he's just 5 for 22 with no extra base hits in his last 6 games.
And on the year, only 4 home runs.
If he hadn't hit his groove, the Angels, they don't care. They hope he can wait another day or 2.
Exactly. We're going to have a hot afternoon game tomorrow. It'll come your way at 11 o'clock West Coast time on FSN West. Final game of this series. Tejada going for Texas against Jeff Weaver. Back to the screen it goes, and that will send Matthews to third base. So that's a tough one because John Lackey just struck out Michael Young.
This one just got away from him. Couldn't find the release point there. The Angels infield, they're going to play back. They've got a 2-0 lead here early in the game. Most managers will not come in this time of game. There's no need to. There's a lot of baseball to play yet this evening. Nice warm night.
Lackey's 1-2, and Teixeira hits it softly in the air. Cabrera will make the catch, and holding is Matthews. And 2 outs now.
Big out by Johnny. Jam Teixeira. Into the hard fastball in on his hands. That's a good pitch for John. He likes to pitch inside. He knows the importance of that. Back that hitter off a little bit. Maybe he hit a jam shot. A big out.
Well, he knows he has another dangerous batter to face, and that is Hank Blaylock, the third baseman, hitting .370 the last 3 weeks to raise his batting average to .327. He was the team's player of the month of April, and he went home and he really wanted to work at swinging at his pitch. He really felt he was stretching the strike zone last year and held down dramatically. Only batted .263 last year. One ball, one strike. Hank from San Diego, now in his 4th big league season, still just 25 years old, but has tremendous power, and this ballpark built for his power because he likes to pull it, and it's that short wall in right.
With that wind always blowing here in Texas, it carries the right very well.
Vladimir Guerrero with an opposite field home run in the first inning. Angels right now with a 2-0 lead, and you told us last night, Rex, those flags mean nothing.
Especially when you look at them, it looks like they're blowing in, but it hits the back of this stadium and then pushes back out.
Base hit left field. Texas on the scoreboard.
Okay, so in this series so far, this short 2 games, Blaylock has used the other field. See, they're playing him with a dead pull shift, and that's the 3rd hit he's got now against the shift. Nice job of waiting on him. He just went down at left field line. Breaking ball, he waited on it. That's a textbook swing on a curveball. Waited nicely, let the ball get in deep in the strike zone, and just went with the pitch.
Kevin Mench, ball 1.
That's Blaylock's 36th RBI. That leads the team.
Got 2 guys in the top 10 in RBIs battling tonight. Vlad Guerrero now with 39. He's tied with Travis Hafner for 3rd in the American League. And the 36th just tied Paul Konerko for Hank Blaylock. He's 9th on the list. Blaylock's second base, 2 outs, first inning. The Angels with a 1-run lead.
You know, you get the runner on. Matthews hit that double. He's almost guaranteed to score because these guys, Young, Teixeira, Blaylock, all hitting well over 300 with runners in scoring position.
A little bit low. It's a 2-0 count to Kevin Mench. Lackey just had through his 20th pitch. Texas has led or shared the American League West lead in 23 of the last 24 days, particularly with the Oakland A's. But the A's lost last night. They have 4-0 lead with the Chicago White Sox, but the White Sox tied it and then won it in the 10th. A's tonight have Sarlos going in that game against Javier Vazquez and the White Sox. The game is just getting started. Well, Mench works the walk.
Both pitchers struggling in the first a little bit. It's like John's mechanics might be off a little bit, so why not send the head mechanic out there, Bud Black, to try to get him straightened out. Looks like his shoulder's flying open a little bit. Just want to keep him upright and straight down.
Well, for every home run that an Angel hits tonight, Coors Brewing Company will make a donation to Navidad en El Barrio. Navidad en El Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year. Vladdy delivered in the first inning, and Coors donates $100 for every home run hit to a particular charity sometime during this great cause. Here is John Lackey, and now he will face Brad Wilkerson, and this guy has been on fire, Rex. He's belted 4 home runs in his last 8 games after a very slow start to this season.
Hell, he's been making some really good contact lately. He did earlier in the month of April, but you know, like you said, he had a lot of punch outs, and he leads the league. 56 strikeouts this year.
His home run last night tied the game at 2. And that one's hit in the air pretty well. Rivera racing back, still chasing it at the wall. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Texas scores 1. Hit John hard in the first.
When the going gets tough, the tough trade up to a dependable, long-lasting Chevy truck. Silverado goes head-to-head with better fuel economy than Ford F-150 and more standard payload than Toyota Tundra.
Lease this 06 Silverado half-ton for around $249 a month with 0 down payment and $249 due at signing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. That's 0 down payment with just your first payment of $249 due at signing.
Hey, tough guy. Get going.
Come discover why more Chevys are sold in Southern California than any other individual market in the nation.
Try KFC's new cheesy chicken mashed potato bowls. It's all the KFC flavors you know and love served in a bowl. Great flavors come together at
3 days to save, 2 great prices, 1 big event, 0 down delivers. Lease a new 2006 Chrysler PT Cruiser, Jeep Liberty, or the all-new 2007 Dodge Caliber for just $199 per month. Need some extra room? Lease a new 2006 Chrysler 300, Jeep Grand Cherokee, or the ever-popular Dodge Ram Quad Cab for just $299 per month. The #1 volume Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealer in Orange County. Hurry, the special pricing is good this weekend only. Foothill Ranch Chrysler Jeep Dodge, just off the 241 toll road.
For Infiniti of Mission Viejo. When buying a car, to me, customer service is what it's all about. Here at Infiniti of Mission Viejo, the staff continues to extend a family tradition of integrity in auto retailing dating back to 1923. There's no I in team here at Infiniti of Mission Viejo. I-5 at the Avery Parkway exit in Mission Viejo. And don't forget, tell them Bill Walton sent you.
Watching FSN West.
Top of the second inning we go. The Angels with a 2-1 lead. Here is Juan Rivera going against Vincente Padilla. We're seeing the major league debut of young Kendrys Morales. He singled in his first big league at bat. Angels scoring 2 runs in the first and a double by Cabrera that scored Figgins, and a solo home run by Vlad Guerrero. Juan Rivera, he grounds out to second base. An Angel fan searching for that perfect Father's Day or graduation gift. Then the Dad and Grad Pack is for you. For $77 you get 7 Angel games, including 2 against the New York Yankees. An Angels cap, t-shirt, and gift cards from Circuit City and Trader Joe's. To order your Dad and Grad Pack in time for Father's Day or graduation, call 888-796-HALO. Father's Day is just around the corner. June's coming your way. Here's Mike Napoli. Well, he had some good at-bats yesterday, Rex. He had a base hit, and he also had 2 good walks.
No, he's been doing some producing back. That's why he's in the lineup. Scioscia's looking for some offense. Jose Molina might be a little better defender than he is, but it's Napoli who's been getting the hits.
Napoli batting .316, and Jose Molina just at .173. Jose likely will be in there tomorrow when the Angels have a day game with these Texas Rangers. Final game of the series before they head back home. They'll take on Baltimore Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Great fireworks show at the Big A on Friday.
6 of Napoli's 12 hits are for extra bases, so he's got some extra base pop.
Waves at that offering and strikes out against Vincente Padilla.
Both offenses sent 6 men to the plate in that first inning. Looks like Vincente settled down here, getting the first 2 outs. Usually it's that first inning that it takes that pitcher to kind of get his groove going.
Well, the Angels got 3 straight hits. The infield hit by Figgins, then the double by Cabrera that he tried to turn into a triple was thrown out at third, and Guerrero went deep. One try by Adam Kennedy, and that's a beauty. That's a base hit.
That's the old pocket ball right there. Just put that in your pocket. What a sweet bunch. You couldn't stand it home and roll it any better. That's some nice touch right there. AK likes to see that. Get on base. Perfect touch. There was no play. All Blaylock could do was hope it rolled foul. Boy, that's a beauty. Way to get on base.
Padilla now facing Sean Figgins, who reached on the infield, hit his first time up. Figgins was having a difficult time feeling comfortable at the plate, and Mickey Hatcher thought his head was a little bit too far forward, and Sean couldn't understand. So when he got his body back at center as the ball is struck towards right center field, he had to take him in front of a mirror to show him, and Sean goes, yeah, you're right, my head is too far forward. So he's trying to get comfortable with a centered stance. We'll be right back.
Close a great deal at your Nissan dealer now through May 31st. Like $1,000 cash back or 3% financing on the Nissan Xterra.
Traffic jams make Kelly Tires' long tread life warranties feel like really, really long tread life warranties. Come to Allen Tire Company to get a good deal on a great Kelly tire, and you won't have to buy tires for a long time.
If you're in a minor traffic collision, safely exit the freeway or pull over to the shoulder. Then exchange your license, registration, and insurance with the other motorists.
This smart driving tip is brought to you by your Southern California Dodge dealers and FSN West.
Bottom of the second inning here at Ameriquest Field in Arlington, Texas. Steve Physioc, Rex Hudler with you, and the leadoff batter will be Mark DeRosa. He pops it up, foul territory and out of play. Strike one. Mark DeRosa has been playing very well. In place of Ian Kinsler, who's been on the disabled list, Ian broke his thumb at Angel Stadium back in April after a sensational start. He was sliding into second base, jammed his thumb, now out. They say he could be coming back any day. And it's not the thumb that's been bothering. He had a hamstring problem, and they set him back a couple of days. Why not stay with DeRosa? He's been playing great baseball.
Yeah, he's gotten hits in 9 of his last 13 games. He's a veteran guy who can step in and take a starting role.
Hey, Rex, yesterday you were talking about the young players that the Angels have called up, 10 now that they've called up from the minor leagues, and only in the first 7 weeks of the season. You talked to Buck Showalter about when he was with the New York Yankees and some of the players that were called up and the pressures that were on Buck and the Yankees then.
It was an interesting conversation I had as I was talking to him about the Angels' young players. And he says, you know, he shared with me that Bernie Williams story about how his first month he struggled and George Steinbrenner wanted to trade him. Gene Michaels says, hey, look, all right, I'll call around. He did. He's got to go. A nice pitch by Lackey.
Strikeout number 2 for John Lackey.
And so he called around. No one mentioned, none of the other GMs mentioned his name. So he went back to Showalter and says, hey, look, no one wanted him, or no one asked about him. And Buck has said, really? Good, because we don't want to trade him. And look what Bernie's gone on to do. He also talked about Posada, Jeter, Pat Kelly, Mike Pagliarulo, some guys that he had that struggled in their first cup of coffee in the big league, so to speak. So, you know, this is a tough game. We've talked about that a little bit over the last few games, but Showalter knows about breaking in young guys. He also knows you can't really break in more than 1 or 2 in a championship season and count on those guys to carry the load. Mike Scioscia knows that as well.
Well, the Angels have a wealth of talent, but it is very young talent. As an example, their top pick a couple of years ago, Jared Weaver, is just flying high in the minor leagues. And there's a fly ball hit to left field. Juan Rivera will take care of it. And 2 outs now as Botts is out.
How high did he fly last night?
Jared Weaver, complete game shutout over New Orleans. No runs, 5 hits allowed, 9 innings, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. He now has a 1.89 ERA. You think he is not just knocking on the door, but pounding it down?
Well, if the Angels have a need, they'll be next. And Bartolo had a simulated game today. Didn't go all that well with his fastball, from what we understand. His breaking ball looked pretty good, and it was crisp, his little slider and his changeup, but he wasn't able to air out his fastball like he did on the side Saturday at Dodger Stadium when he pitched in the bullpen.
So the Angels said, or Mike Scioscia said, they likely will have him throw another simulated game on Friday at the Big A, and then he could go out on a rehab assignment.
Yep, so he might miss a couple more starts, and we'll see if they stay with Kevin Gregg or they go ahead and give Jared Weaver an opportunity to make his first big league start. Why not? Kid's tearing it up.
Angels do have a terrific rotation in the minor leagues. It has an ERA of 3.5 in a hitter-friendly league, the Pacific Coast League. Stephen Shell pitching well. Joe Saunders, Dustin Mosley.
So as we saw both teams send 6 men to the plate in the first phase, we can see now Padilla, it only took him 4 batters to get out of the inning, and now John's got 1-2 and looking for 3 right here.
He has a 0-2 count against Rod Barajas, who was 2 for 2 last night with a sacrifice.
Both pitchers kind of settling in.
Barajas sends it back up the middle. He's been on fire. 330 average this month of May for Rod Barajas. Well, we told you usually you might be looking at August and seeing this number of athletes come up from the minor leagues. We are only in May, and the Angels have already brought up 10, and they have started McPherson, Murphy, Napoli, Willits. They have started Gregg as a starting pitcher, Howie Kendrick, Jeff Mathis. Ibar has had a start. Tonight it is Kendrys Morales time. Morales getting the start at first base, his first big league at bat, base hit left field.
You know, the Yankees don't quite have the luxury the Angels have when it comes to drawing from the minor leagues. You know, they're going out trying to hire guys that have played in the game a long time, that might be towards the end of their career. They're going with veterans. But if they had a minor league system like the Angels, they'd be doing the same thing.
Matthews flies out to Sean Figgins. The inning is over. We head to the third. Angels 2, Rangers 1.
So in an effort to make bolder moves, I'm unleashing a bold-tasting Chipotle chicken ciabatta sandwich. A spicy, crispy chicken breast or a grilled chicken breast with a smoky Chipotle sauce on lightly toasted ciabatta bread. Now, who else is ready to be bold?
I've never had the courage to say this.
Come on, we're all friends.
Your head is freakishly large.
Too bold, Stare.
We think you should always get a seat. Now you can. Introducing Mileage Plus choices, only from the United Mileage Plus Visa card. Good for any available seat on any United flight with no blackout dates. Learn more today at united.com/chase.
It's time to get more from an SUV. It's tribute time at your Mazda dealer. Tribute I gives you more passenger room than Santa Fe, more impressive fuel economy than Sorrento, and more peace of mind with a better basic warranty than CRV and RAV4. Now save more too. Lease a 2006 Mazda Tribute I 4x2 for just $199 a month for 24 months for $23.99 due at lease signing. The one thing you don't have much more of is time. Hurry to your Southern California Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Watch Angels live after the game on FSN West.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Lexus and their passionate pursuit of perfection. 88 degrees here in Arlington, Texas. It was 97 earlier today. The Angels with a 2-1 lead. They scored 2 in the first. Texas scored 1 in their half of the first. So here we go. Orlando Cabrera will lead things off. He has now reached base in 25 straight games. Doubled his first time up, driving in Sean Figgins, who was off and running on the play, and OC tried to stretch a double into a triple, was thrown out. And he swings and misses, and Padilla quickly in front. 0-2. Padilla, 28 years old, of Nicaragua. He has the second most wins of any pitcher born in Nicaragua, 55. And the leader is way ahead of him. Cabrera, right center field, a long run for Kevin Mensch. He will get there for the catch in the first out. The leading pitcher from Nicaragua in victories, Dennis Martinez, 245, and Padilla absolutely loves Dennis because he worked with him when he was first signed with Arizona in 1998. Helped him on his slider and changeup. Now Padilla must try and get out that Texas tornado. Vlad Guerrero. A little bit low, ball 1.
Vlad, I talked to him today about Padilla, and I said, Vlad, you faced this guy a few times. He goes, yes, he uses different arm angles. It'll be tough.
Michael Young. Guerrero's out.
You know, Vladdy understands English. You know, I can talk to him. You can go up to him and talk to him, and he understands everything you say to him. Now, his might be broken when he talks English back to you, but he does a great job. I have no problem talking to him.
I know. I always remind him when he gets embarrassed about not being able to communicate, find the right words in English, and I say, Vladdy, I'm struggling with one language. You know too.
That's right.
You speak Spanish beautifully. And here's Garrett Anderson to right field. Into the corner it goes. That is a fair ball. And Garrett cruises into second base with a 2-out double.
That ties Orlando Cabrera in doubles. Excuse me, Cabrera hit one earlier, so he's got 12. GA's got 11 now. That's a nice stroke. He stuck it. You can tell when he hit it and he took off running, he knew it was going to stay fair. You'll see by 2 feet it landed on that hard clay here in Texas, and it gets even harder as the sun goes on and it gets red hot here during the summer. It's a tough ballpark to play in.
So now the kid comes up again, 22-year-old switch hitting Kendrys Morales, singled his first time up. Just watching him in batting practice today, there's a different sound when the ball comes off his bat, Hud.
Yep, he's got a nice sound. He's a pure hitter. And he's got a lot of movement too. He moves his feet, his hands when the ball's on the way. You'll watch him. His best side is his left side, but watch the foot movement he's got. He's got a little toe tap working there, but he's a natural hitter, switch hitter, so he'll be able to play against righties and lefties. His best side, of course, is left-handed because you're facing more righties than you are lefties, so you get to bat more left-handed. You can see him turn that front toe in. That helps keep him closed.
Fouls it off, and that one hurt. Well, he got a base hit in his first major league at bat, in his first professional at bat, almost a year ago to the day. It was on May 21st, Rex, at Rancho Cucamonga, on the second pitch thrown to him. He hit a home run. Only lasted 22 games there, as he hit very well, 344 with 5 home runs, and then promoted to Double-A, where he hit 306 with 17 more home runs.
Well, that hurt his toe. He fouled that right off his big toe. That hurt. It's a little slider by Padilla.
Foul.
Nice catch by the net. There's a fisherman. A lot of lakes here in the state of Texas. A lot of big bass. Brought his bass net with him. Morales is a free swinger. He fits into that Angel offense.
Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But you know, you talked about in the open how he joined that Cuban national team at such a young age. You know, in 18, he's batting cleanup for one of the best amateur baseball teams in the world. You know, they knew he was going to be good. He had tried to defect several times and had to do some jail time even in Cuba. But this guy's done a lot to get here, and Mike Scioscia and Bill Stoneman pretty happy they signed him.
Tried to defect 8 times, and there were times that sent him home, other times that sent him to prison. And the prison in Cuba is different, because if you go to prison, they don't feed you. Your family must bring you food. So his mom or his girlfriend at the time, who is now his wife, would bring him food at the prison, and they would let him out. He did not play baseball at all in 2004 because he was suspended from the national team.
Well, what do prisoners do that don't have any family?
Well, you know what? I think they asked the other guys, can I have a bit of your family food? Oof. It's tough times. He played for only $5 a month. The Cuban amateur team. He's signed to a 6-year contract with the Halos.
So in just his second big league at bat, he is working a veteran pitcher over, fouling off all kinds of pitches. His seven pitches already. Got a good inside out swing, sprays the ball to all fields. He's got some power. Almost feel like putting a call on him right here, because he's locked in. One mistake, he could turn on one.
It's only his second big league at bat. Well, it's way inside, 3-2. Padilla does have first base open, has a left-handed power bat next, and Dallas McPherson.
But see, it doesn't go in the book unless you make a direct dial and 8 call, and I want to do it. I want to do it. But why not? I'm going to go ahead.
You picked it on Napoli, and that was unbelievable.
Fastball right here. Home run.
There's a drive to right field, and Mench's back, and look at this! It's off the top of the wall. Anderson will score. Morales to second. Hud, you missed a home run.
Darn it!
By about 3 inches.
That's got to be a home run. Come on, that hit over the wall.
Coming out.
We saw Myceris Turris last year hit the same spot, and it was not called a home run. The replay showed it. Now Mike Scioscia is saying, hey, come on. That's a home run. The kid's first one. Now, Mike said, hey, talk about it. Because last season we saw the same play here on Myceris Turris' ball, and they rejected it.
Home run! Oh, Hud, you did it. You dialed 8, and the rookie goes deep in his second big league at bat.
I had a good feel. What an at bat the kid had on his 8th pitch. He went deep. And Fizz, when you got an intuition and you feel it, you got to call it, man. I'm glad I went with it. Because, and Mike Scioscia and Bill Stoneman are glad they made the call, because already the kid's 2 for 2. Look at it. First big league home run. That ball was going to bounce. We might have another Big Daddy Vladdy here. Now watch where it lands. That's over the wall. So Mike Scioscia helped get the young rookie his first big league home run, and he's smiling.
Hey, Rex, would you do me a favor? Would you write down tomorrow's lottery numbers for me? I'm going to go to the supermarket. You're on fire.
That's just from years of experience. But heck, I'm 2 for 2 this year.
Yes, you
Calling
are.
rookie home runs, their first big league homers. That's fun, man. But it's nothing I did. But I'm going to tell you, that was one heck of a pitch. Padilla wasn't going to throw him a 3-2 fastball. He threw him a big old slider that took a lot off of it, and he golfed that out of the yard.
Here's Dallas McPherson. He is down in the count now, 0-2. They have been pitching him soft. Very few fastballs in the strike zone to Dallas McPherson. He's got to learn to take that pitch. This time, see, they gave him a fastball, but not in the strike zone.
Steve, I sat the bench so long in my career that there were times when I would feel, didn't have to be a rookie, but there were times that you can feel maybe the way the guy's swinging, he was fouling off all those pitches, you can feel that. And guys would make a call. I remember that. I learned that from Frank Robinson in the Orioles, and Frank was the hitting coach for the Orioles, and he would keep a tab on guys and what their record was and calls during the year.
Well, Kendrys Morales, the 24th Angel to a homer in his first game. Napoli was the 23rd. McPherson strikes out here, but Kendrys Morales goes deep as Rex, the psychic huddler, dials 8.
Wow, he just threw the head. That was sweet. Welcome to the show.
Auto Week proclaims the bar has been raised. This bar is called the M, and it's from a company called Infinity.
Everything's gotta work like, it's a symphony, right? So the piston goes down, then it's gonna come back up. That's the job of the piston. You got your valves, you're like little doors, you know? Sometimes you get deposits on your valves. It's not the valve's fault. It's the gas you're buying. If you used Chevron with Techron, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Avoid the problems of low-quality gas. Use Chevron with Techron.
No monkeying around.
We got a big away game today.
Connecta!
We're actually undefeated on the road this year, which is impressive.
Connecta! Perfecta!
That's right. It's my job to keep the energy level up.
Connecta!
Connecta Credit Union is more than a bank. My grandfather took my dad, my dad took me, and someday, I'll take my boy. I want in. It's that
easy. Life's more fun with Mercury Mountaineer. It's a definite step up. Sirius Satellite Radio, yours at no charge, with all kinds of sports, news, and talk, and 100% commercial-free music. You'll never get lost. Except in the music. Mercury Mountaineer. Only Mountaineer comes with 0% financing for 60 months, plus a no-charge Sirius Satellite Radio, plus a no-charge 3-year subscription. You gotta put Mercury on your list.
Bottom of the third inning, the Angels with a 4-1 lead over the Texas Rangers. Michael Young will lead things off. And he lines one into center field for a base hit. Kendrys Morales in his major league debut, a base hit to left field, first major league at bat, second at bat. Here he is against Vincente Padilla.
On the 8th pitch, he golfed it out. He bent that front knee and went down, and he put the sweet part of the bat right on that ball, lined it out over the wall. The umpires didn't make a call. Mike Scioscia came out and said, "Hey fellas, that went over the line." They all got together and gave it to him.
And you know who gave him a call today to wish him good luck? One of our favorite people, an advisor to the Angels, Mike Scioscia. Preston Gomez, also from Cuba, left years ago. Terrific baseball mind, and he told Kendrys Morales just to keep doing the same thing you were doing down there. Preston, we love you. Hope you're doing well. There's a ground ball. They've got one. That's it. Angels get the lead guy, and Michael Young is out at second base.
Okay, they had that dead pull shift on Kennedy. It's a good thing that ball wouldn't hit hard, because Kennedy was able to get over there and get the force.
Now Blaylock up. He doubled his first time up. He's always hit well against the Angels. And he hits this one sharply. Kennedy knocks it down, gets the force at second base. They will not get the double play, and 2 out. Adam a little mad at himself, smacks the glove, but he does get the lead out.
Yeah, ball just didn't stay in his glove. He's hoping that doesn't cost him. Now that's not an error or anything. He got an out, but with Minch swinging the bat, you never know. The Angels this year, they've been snake bitten by making miscues in the field and then having it come back and haunt them. I hope it doesn't happen here for Kennedy.
So John Lackey will have to bear down and get Kevin Minch out. Minch batting .303, walked his first time up. He has 10 home runs, and 7 of those home runs came in consecutive games. A 7-game hit streak with big flies in each of them. One ball, one strike.
The Angels coming back and giving John a lead.
John Lackey's mom and dad are here. His father, Darren, coaches at John Horn High School in Mesquite, Texas, about a 45-minute drive from here. And John helps his dad out in the offseason. John said they won their league championship. A bouncing ball past Lackey. Tough play for Adam Kennedy. Nope. Infield hit.
Ball had a lot of spin on it. Kennedy was playing back. He had to come a long way. When John Lackey missed it, I'm thinking, well, you know what? This is going to be a close play. Kennedy makes these if he could get it out of his glove. Just couldn't quite find the handle. That's consecutive balls now he hadn't found a handle on.
And this is an offense you cannot afford to give an extra out. They're averaging 5 runs per game. And it's a team with tremendous power, and Brad Wilkerson almost hit one out his last time up, flying out to deep left field. Juan Rivera made a nice running catch up against the wall. Wilkerson, .328 average with 5 home runs in the month of May. Ball 1. Brad, now 28 years old, out of Owensboro, Kentucky, who was acquired in the offseason in the Alfonso Soriano deal. Soriano going to the Nationals and Wilkerson coming here. He will strike out, and he has struck out already 55 times this year. In there. Ball a strike to Brad.
This is a professional ball player right here, Wilkerson. He's a hard ball player. He can play center and left. Gives you good at-bats. He's got a nice quick swing. He's got a level plane. He comes across that plate with his swing. It's nice and level. It's pretty consistent. We talked about his strikeouts. That's been a lot for him this year, but he's getting used to a new league. Been a national leaguer with the Expos and the Nationals.
John wants to nail it down right here. A 1-2 count. And the ball skips in the dirt. Will bounce away. Runners advance. Laylock to third base, and moving to second base, Kevin Mensch. Now it's a 2-2 count.
This is a real knifing breaking ball that John has. He has a lot of wild pitches. Look at the drop in it. Okay, you really got to square yourself up if you're a catcher to try to keep it in front of you. That was off the plate and inside a little bit, but it's always been tough to catch him with that pitch. 18th wild pitch. Last year he threw 18 of them. We've got 6 already this year.
And so many have come on that breaking ball.
Go back with it. He did, and Napoli blocked it right there. Now,
third most in the AL, and he had the third most last year with the 18. Daniel Cabrera and Mark Redmond each with 7. It's surprising with Redmond. He usually is a control pitcher. Johnson with a very good curveball, and Daniel Cabrera with a great splitty. Lackey with a terrific curveball as well. Now the count is 3-2. He doesn't have to give in here. First base is open. We got a right-handed batter on deck in Mark DeRosa, and a hot hitter at the plate in Wilkerson.
Okay, Wilkerson looking for a fastball, 3-2. That's the same pitch that in the same count to Matthews in the very first batter of the game. Matthews hit a double in the gap on a fastball. We'll see if John pulls a string. Maybe he wants to throw a changeup, but Napoli and him unsure of the cadence there. Napoli gave him a little slap on the back, said, hey, come on, let's just make the pitch and get out of it here. One big pitch to get out of this inning here. They don't want to let these guys get any closer.
Angels just got to. They don't want to give back to. Angels want that momentum and hold on to that confidence. The 3-2 pitch. Wilkerson takes outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. The Angels giving the Texas Rangers an extra 2 outs in this inning. Looked like John Lackey was going to get a double play, but Adam Kennedy dropped a baseball struck by Hank Blaylock and then went to second base to get the force. And they have now ruled the softly hit ball by Kevin Mensch an error on Kennedy and not an infield hit. That kind of surprised me because yesterday Cabrera hit a smash that was right at DeRosa. He knocked it down. It did take an odd hop, and that was ruled a base hit.
So I guarantee you, Adam Kennedy right now, and from my experience out there, he's saying, come on, let's just get out of the inning here. He's saying, I'll pick you up when I get the bat in my hands.
Lackey already with 53 pitches in this game. He gets ball one across. Just missing outside. In there, a ball and a strike. Needed to get back even with the bases full. Blaylock third. Mensch second base. Brad Wilkerson at first. Checks a swing. Did not go. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Okay, John wants to make sure he has command in that strike zone with these pitches. He doesn't want to get this game carried away. He has had a history of the big inning at times. He's 1 pitch away from picking up Adam Kennedy here. Or not 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now it's a 3-1 count, and he kind of shouted to the heavens on that one, angry at himself. A 3-1 count to Mark DeRosa. He really has to challenge him with the bases full. Lackey walks off the mound, rubs up a new baseball.
All right, well, you want to execute a fastball knee high right down in the zone. The hitter probably will hit it, but he's going to hope he hits it at somebody. Walks will haunt you. He's got 2 already.
It's a full count at 3-2. He came with a fastball at 92 miles an hour.
Because even though hitters in the American League and National League look for that fastball, they all love the fastball, doesn't mean that they're gonna square it up and find pay dirt all the time. I mean, there's a lot of fielders out there. You got to take your chances sometimes when your back's against the wall, like right here.
Again, the fastball, again at 92, 93 miles an hour. So he's gone back to back with the fastball to DeRosa. Will he triple up with the fastball? Will he go with the breaking ball? Again, he stays fastball, and it's struck foul.
Okay, that's 3 straight heaters in a row now. We'll see if John can command a breaking ball maybe and throw it on him here. He's got him in the swing mode. If he can just throw that breaking ball for a strike, he might could fool him, strike him out, because he's swinging. DeRosa wants to knock him in. He wants to be the hero. Botts is on deck.
Down the line. Texas ties the game at 4.
Okay, he did throw the breaking ball there, but you just got to credit DeRosa for hitting that ball and keeping it fair down the line. I mean, you know, he executed the pitch. There was the breaking ball that would have been a strike. That's the one I was thinking he would go with, and he did. But DeRosa was even better. This is going to be a dogfight tonight.
Every game the last month has been a dogfight, and the Angels have been wound up the ones that have been bitten and mangled.
But they haven't been on the winning end of many of those.
Well, the Angels making mistakes in this inning. They have given the Texas Rangers 5 outs in this 3rd inning. And they are not a team that can afford to do that. They do not have tremendous power. So they must win on pitching and defense. And defense has failed them in this 3rd inning. Here's Jason Botts. It's called up today. Drew Myers sent out. Bott's big time power. Wild pitch will now send DeRosa to third base.
Hey, Big John, he wouldn't. Now, Napoli, he thought that Bott's fouled it off, so he was kind of pointing at Bott's when Lackey's yelling, hey, get the ball. We don't want this DeRosa scoring from second base here. Go get the ball. Tough inning for John.
Next pitch will be his 25th of the inning. Botts swings and fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2.
This guy's a huge guy. He's a monster. How big he is, man. I know there got to be some football scouts out there drooling over him. He'd be a heck of a tight end if he could run a little bit.
And Paso Robles to Glendale Community College, and he cracks one down the right side, but foul. He was the Rangers' 46th round pick in 1999 out of Glendale Community College. Took him a while to get to the big leagues, but here he is, called up when Meyer was sent out. He is the designated hitter today.
Phil Nevin been scuffling a little bit in this month. Nevin had a good first month. Hadn't done much in May, so Showalter went down and got Botts. Taxing inning for Big John.
Botts sends it to center field. Sean Figgins is under it. He will make the catch. The inning is over, but a 3-run double by Mark DeRosa on a 3-2 pitch from John Lackey. We are now tied at 4.
Pride Fighting Championships, only on FSN. The world's baddest men. And fiercest battles, featuring the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, up against Don the Predator Bryan. Plus, Minotauro Rodrigo Nogueira. And middleweight champion, Vanderlei Silva. Brace yourself for an event like no other. The Pride Fighting Championships, Sunday on FSN.
The Audi A4, with the 2006 Ward's 10 Best engine, the world's first turbocharged engine with race-proven FSI direct injection technology, a very fuel-efficient way to transform horsepower into adrenaline. The Audi A4. Take a test drive today.
From the heart of Las Vegas, this is the Poker Dome. MansionPoker.net and FSN bring you the series that is revolutionizing poker forever. With all new groundbreaking technology that puts you inside the game like never before. The future of tournament poker has arrived. The MansionPoker.net Poker Dome Challenge series premieres Sunday on FSN.
They are calling all Angels. They need a little help from up above. The Angels gave up 3, and the Rangers have tied it up. Well, Vlad Guerrero in this game continued his hitting streak against Texas to 41 straight. Who is the last player in Major League Baseball to have a 40-game hitting streak? And we're talking about just against one team or against every team overall. We'll give you the answer later in the game.
So that's either league, right? Mm-hmm. I got a decent idea.
Okay.
For a change.
Here is Padilla to face Juan Rivera, Mike Napoli, and Adam Kennedy. Rex, you've been watching Juan Rivera swing. It just seems like he's having a difficult time squaring up the baseball, getting it on the sweet part of the bat. Well, he flares one to right field, and coming on is Mensch and is 1 out.
Well, you know, if you don't get it on the sweet part, you do it like that. Just didn't fall down. He's been a little bit tentative. It seems like his pitch recognition is off. He's not recognizing his pitch. A little bit jumpy up there. Kind of feeling for it.
He did have 2 hits yesterday, but both were infield hits. Now Mike Napoli up, struck out swinging last time. He homered in his first career at bat, and tonight Kendrys Morales in his second major league at bat hit a home run.
Both of them in their first games, the big leagues.
Rose McNamara and now Mike Napoli, but Napoli's done something the others have not done. He gets a base hit here, and Napoli hit another home run, because the other 2 Angels never hit another home run after their first. One in 1972, the other in 1978. Those would be their first and last home runs.
How about that?
Major
you know,
leagues.
I bet they were all excited thinking they're going to have a great career. But, you know, this game is very unpredictable. It's performance-based business. And if they might have went on and went over their next 10, they might have got sent out. Napoli's a good hitter. He's here. He's going to stay.
Adam Kennedy now up. He reached on a bunt single his first time. Because of that, Blaylock down the line a bit, about 4 feet. On the edge of the infield grass. Angels with 2 home runs in the game, a solo shot by Vlad Guerrero and a 2-run home run by Kendrys Morales.
Angels would have been out of that inning had Adam fielded that ball clean. They had had a clean double play. It was a hard hit ball right to him, and it bounced out of his glove. He'd like to do something special for John offensively.
And then he also made the error on the Kevin Mench ground ball, and Lackey had to throw an extra 20 pitches after the Kennedy error, which could have finished the inning.
(2-0). He's got a good hitting count. Looking for a fastball. But Padilla, he's been pitching backwards a little bit.
In there, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Lefties have hit Padilla pretty well this year. 326, 4 home runs.
It's the right-handers he's been able to control. They're only batting .152. You have the switch hitting Figgins next, and then a right-hander in Orlando Cabrera.
Managers will look at the numbers every day at the ballpark here. Major League Baseball sends out a stat pack of statistics. They're updated daily. We use them.
Down the line. Napoli racing around second base. He will make it successfully to third. There goes Kennedy to second. He is in there.
That would have scored Napoli had Botts or Teixeira not gotten a glove on it. Now Teixeira's a Gold Glove winner. He won one last year, his first, and he just went off the edge of his glove. Else Napoli would have scored. This ball was hit well. Good at bat by Adam. That would have been a double play had he caught it.
And Kennedy racing to second base now keeps the Angels out of a double play.
It's interesting to see Adam stroke, man. He really comes around. He's got that uppercut swing. That one was nice. That got him doing something here with 1 out. Got a chance to get more.
Showalter will play the corners in, middle back.
Showalter's not messing around. He's getting some action up in his bullpen.
Padilla's thrown 64 pitches. The Angels already with 9 hits off Vincente.
And they think he needs to execute here. Hit a ground ball up the middle or to the outfield.
Throw behind Napoli just does get back to third base.
The Angels, the way they've been going, they've got to be able to execute when they can. Losing 18 of their last 23 games, that's just unheard of by an Angel team. There's a good rip there at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Now that's where he aired it out. He aired it out now, but 1 and 2, the situation changes a little bit. He might want to shorten up his swing a little bit and just try to make some contact if at all possible. He didn't want to strike out. He's got 32 punch outs on the year, which is high for a leadoff hitter.
Padilla with the 1-2 pitch to Sean Figgins. Just low.
It's a good eye to lay off of that one. That was a good pitch there. Had some good sinking action to it. A lot of guys will swing at that. This looks too good.
Angels would love to come back, reclaim the momentum after Texas just scored it with a 3 spot in their half of the third. Runners on second and third, 1 out. High and tight, a 3-2 count. First base is open. Right-handed batter Cabrera is next. We told you how outstanding left-handers have done against Padilla. 326 average. Right-handers only 152.
Now it's back to a count where favorable for a fastball.
Struck him out.
Okay, this is a good fastball that ran away from him. Biggie with a little bit long of a swing there.
Angels continue to struggle with doing the little things. Defense, advancing runners. They were giving the Angels a run to get an out. The infielders were back. Now Cabrera up. He needs to come up with a big hit here. Cabrera has all year. Came through with a double his first time up, and you see what he's done with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 6 for 14.
Hey, I'd say right man in the right spot right here.
Napoli at third, Kennedy at second base. One count. Padilla only in the 4th inning and has already thrown 71 pitches. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, first base is open, but he has no intention of giving a pass to Cabrera with the dangerous Guerrero on deck.
It's a big AB here now for Cabrera. 2-1 now. It's a little slider on the outer half. Looked pretty good, but Laz Diaz didn't give him the call.
That time he did catch the outside corner, a 2-2 count. I think OC thought it was a bit outside. Instead, he's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's the same pitch, same identical spot, but he got that one. So Padilla and Barajas working together. It would be wise to just duplicate that. Heck, throw it again. That was a good location.
Outside, 3-2.
All right, he stayed right there. Now he threw the left-handed batter, Kendrys Morales, a big bender that he hit for his first big league home run on a 3-2 count. Let's see what he throws Cabrera. Looking for a fastball. Orlando likes the one in. They haven't tried to come inside on him yet.
Guerrero waiting on deck. Now Orlando Cabrera calling time.
So after throwing 3 or 4 pitches away on a batter, sometimes they like to come in on you and try to jam you, pop you up. He's a good fastball hitter.
And that one is one hopper to the second baseman. Mark DeRosa throws out Cabrera. The Angels lead 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied at 4 with the Angels and Rangers.
Not too close. What do you think? I got that insurance?
What insurance is that, Yogi?
The one you really need to have. If you don't have it, that's why you need it.
Need what?
Well, if you get hurt and miss work, it won't hurt to miss work. And they give you cash, which is just as good as money.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Try KFC's new cheesy chicken mashed potato bowls. It's all the KFC flavors you know and love served in a bowl. Great flavors come together.
This is the moment of truth, the real deal, where talk is cheap and there is no second place. Do you have what it takes? Dromo 1 Junior Kart Racing is now open. This is a fun way to compete and play while learning great driving skills, hand and eye coordination, and the thrill of victory. For racing schedules, go online at d1orange.com.
Just a ball and a goal. But once every 4 years, that simple thing closes the shops, closes a city, stops a war, and achieves more than the politicians ever could. Once every 4 years, a ball does the impossible. And if history means anything, the world as we know it is about to change.
The FIFA World Cup on ESPN and ABC.
You're watching FSN West.
Come out to the Big A on Saturday, May 27th, and see your Angels take on the Orioles. All fans in attendance will have the chance to relive the exciting Angels 2005 season when they won the American League West and their playoff run with a 2005 season highlight DVD. Compliments of Toshiba and ESPN Radio 710. Still have great seats available for this game. The Angels have one more here in Texas tomorrow afternoon, 11 o'clock on FSN West, West Coast time. And then a day off on Thursday, 3 with Baltimore Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then 3 with the Minnesota Twins next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There is a ground ball sharply struck. Dallas McPherson will throw out the leadoff batter, Rod Barajas. Well, we were talking about Vlad Guerrero, his consecutive game hit streak now reaching 41 with a home run in the first. Who was the last player in Major League Baseball to have a 40-game hitting streak?
J-Rowe. Jimmy Rollins.
Pete. 1978, and he was mad because he thought the Atlanta pitcher wouldn't give him anything to hit. And he was going against the Atlanta Braves in 1978 and had it end in Atlanta. He really thought he was going to get that magical record of Joe DiMaggio's 56 back in 1941. It was one of the greatest offensive seasons in Major League history. Fly ball well hit to left field, but Juan Rivera there, and he makes the catch.
Even though Vladdy at 41 games has hit consecutive games against the Rangers, one team, that's quite a feat. But hitting in 44 consecutive baseball games is a lot more difficult.
I would later broadcast for the Cincinnati Reds in the mid-'80s when Rose eclipsed Ty Cobb's all-time hit record, and he talked about that. He was still a little angry at the Atlanta pitcher for not challenging him. Come on, I got a streak going.
Hey,
challenge me.
Come on, man.
Get me out.
You know, his job's not to let him have a hit.
Oh, I remember.
You know, my guess was Rollins. He had 38. It stopped at the beginning of this year.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium, when Pete Rose was coming back playing with the Montreal Expos, he was after his 4,000th career hit. And it was the last game at Riverfront that year for Pete Rose. Every single fan at the stadium received a coupon that said, I was there for Pete Rose's 4,000th hit. Frank Pastore, who was the starting pitcher Rex, he was trying to throw strikes. He could not. He walked him the first 3 times up, and the crowd was booing. He didn't get the hit in that game, got it back in Montreal. I still have the coupon that says I was there for Pete's 4,000th hit.
But it lied. It wasn't the truth.
No, it wasn't.
Big John now wants to get out of this inning here quickly. If he possibly can after that ugly 3rd inning where he gave up 4.
Well, here's the longest hitting streaks of all time. Joe DiMaggio in 1941 would win the MVP, even though Ted Williams hit .406 that year. And Rose and Sisler in 1922. Ty Cobb with 40 straight. There's a shot to Dallas McPherson, so it is a 1-2-3 comfortable inning for John Lackey.
We all know how the story goes. Cinderella is supposed to be home by midnight. Girls aren't supposed to play with boys. And lightning's not supposed to strike twice. Small's not supposed to beat big. Those who are down aren't supposed to rise up. And curses, they're not supposed to be broken. But if it all went down like it's supposed to, why would anybody play?
He kinda looks like a baby. Come here, I'm gonna eat you!
This guy's crazy.
Baby back, baby back.
But you want to know what's even crazier?
I want my baby
Settling for anything less than DirecTV. You get 100% digital picture and sound on every channel, even on all your local channels.
Come on, get in my belly!
Call today to get our most popular programming package for free. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
Introducing the best dynamic performance SUV in its class, the FX, from a company called Infinity.
Freezers are not cool.
On the new episode of In My Own Words, Mike Scioscia discusses his career as a Dodger, his transition from player to manager, and his role in leading the Angels to their first World Series championship title in 2002. In My Own Words, Mike Scioscia tonight at 10 o'clock on FSN West. Well, in Mike's own words, Vladimir Guerrero is incredible. He has said that so many times. He goes, you can't compare this guy with anybody else because he is the best bad ball hitter Mike has ever seen. It's up the middle past Michael Young. Second hit of the game for Vlad Guerrero, so he has the career average, Rex, now back over that 450 mark against Texas.
Yeah,
he was cooling off there for a while.
His average isn't going to go down tonight. But if he's a bad ball hitter, and it's well documented, what's this guy? He's 2 for 2, batting 1,000 with his first big league hit, and then followed up with his first big league home run in consecutive at bats on a ball that was 4 inches off the ground and in.
Garrett Anderson up. He is struck out looking in double. Counts that one foul, strike one.
C.J. Wilson was up in their bullpen during that last inning, but Padilla has set him back down. Now it's next pitch will be a 79th.
Guerrero led the inning off with a single. Angels with 10 hits, Rangers with 5, but 1 error led the way to a 3-run third inning that tied the game. Anderson skies it to center field. Gary Matthews under it. 1 out. Well, here comes Morales. Let's check out his first 2 major league at bats.
Okay, the highly awaited arrival is here. Okay, base hit, put that in the safe deposit box. Third inning, next time up. Oh, that ball was way down low. Barajas was trying to catch it on the ground. And that's 2 for 2. And 2 souvenirs. And that ball bounced back in, Fizz. I wonder if he was able to get that ball.
Good point. We'll have to check the videotape. Well, here's Kendry. Well, home runs in your second at bat in the big leagues with the Angels. Let's check it out. Well, Larry Barnes, he hit one April 12, 2001 against the Rangers. He never hit another one.
Sure, that's not going to happen to this young phenom, but he could hit another one right here. Oof.
Yeah, you dialed 8 already. Don't press your luck.
No, I'm not going to, but he had a good rip. Padilla throwing him all fastballs, and I don't blame him. After hitting that ball out of the park that he threw, that wicked bender that Barajas was trying to block it, he's saying, I'm going to just challenge this kid with fastballs.
Well, that is a pitch that he was able to drive in the minor leagues, and then they would start sending him a lot of the off speed, the changeups, the breaking ball, and then he would adjust to that. He would always have a slow start, whether it was at Class A, Double A, Triple A, and then came on. And he rips this one to right field. So Morales is 3 for 3 as a big leaguer.
Wow. Now Mike was talking before the game how he's not going to expect a lot out of Morales coming in because it's tough, and he knows how tough it is. But Morales is making it look like he's been here his whole life. That was a rocket. He's hit the ball hard every time up. That's 6 total bases in 3 at-bats. Not too shabby.
Dallas McPherson has been going after the first pitch, which has been an off-speed pitch. Let's see if he makes the adjustment here. Maybe takes that off-speed. It is an off-speed pitch, but he swings and misses. He's got to go ahead and. I think what you have to do sometimes is say, okay, I'm only going to swing at it if it's in a certain area, out over the plate and coming in straight.
It's easy for us to say.
I know.
It's very difficult to do.
Well, those are the adjustments that Morales was making that Dallas has to make. And now he's down in the count 0-2. He may not see a fastball in that strike zone.
He's all spread out there. That's to help him not overstride. Wants his weight evenly distributed. There it is.
To center field, but it stays up for Matthews. He'll pull it down, 2 outs.
Tried to sneak a piece of cheese by him up. Dallas was on it. Well, that's another ball hit hard. Padilla didn't mean to do that. Left him one up. Just a little bit more behind it. That would have split the gap in left center field.
Angels need a big hit from this guy. He is so important to their lineup. Whether it was batting 5th or batting 7th, Mike Scioscia says he is so important to the bottom half of the order because Juan Rivera will get up there with runners on base, and he has 2 aboard here with 2 out. Ball 1.
Angels have already left 4 guys on early in this game. They need to come up with a big hit and put the pressure and take it to their opponent. They can't sit back and wait to get beat, kind of like they did last night. They were ahead 2-0. Escobar did a great job of holding the powerful offense down. It just seemed like they were waiting to get beat. They can't do that. They've got to get some swagger back, and the only way they're going to do that is to win a ball game. Winning cures all, especially after losing 6 in a row.
Morales first base, Guerrero second base. Angels scoring 2 in the first and 2 in the third. Texas came back with a run in the first and 3 in the third on a big double with the bases loaded by Mark DeRosa that tied the game. Rivera with very good extra base power and also opposite field power, and the Texas pitchers have been trying to get him out away.
He's got good power that way. He wants to get in the groove. It's a good hitting count to do it in. Here, 2-0.
Sneaks a fastball across the outside corner. It's a 2-1 count.
So right there he was like, well, I think he's going to throw me a fastball, but I'm not sure, and he kind of took it. So you could just tell by his, he wasn't quite ready on that. He's a little unsure of himself now. That's what happens when a hitter is in a little tizzy, a little bit of a slump. They kind of, you're a little bit undecided.
Padilla wants to go right back outside and low against Juan. Just does miss outside corner. Now a 3-1 count. Batilla's a little mad at himself. Took a couple of steps towards the dugout. Vincente signed with Arizona in '98 at the age of 18. Traded to Philadelphia in part of that Kurt Schilling deal. Had back-to-back 14-win seasons in 02 and 03, and then had some injury problems, and then sent to Texas. Philadelphia getting outfielder David DeLucci. Juan swings and misses. He really wound up on that one. A 94-mile-an-hour heater from Vincente Padilla. Count is full, 3-2. Now the Angels will send the runners, Guerrero from second and Morales from first.
And after blowing a ball by the hitter like he just did there, sometimes he'll do it again to say, I'm gonna come right back in there. But make sure that it's not in the wheelhouse. So talks about him trusting his stuff and don't back off.
Ground ball short. Young has it. Rivera's out, so the Angels, they leave 2. They left 6 through 5.
The FSN Baseball Report takes you around the bases of the national pastime. It's a half hour packed with team reports, analysis with an inside pitch, headlines, and newsmakers, plus all the plays of the week. The FSN Baseball Report.
Motel6.com is the only place you need to go to find a great room at a great rate. Olay, 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 olay. The best place for the best rates is Motel6.com. We'll leave the light on for you.
At Del Taco, our chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents. So to celebrate, I built this huge piñata. What better way to promote Del Taco's authentic recipe chicken soft tacos with marinated, fresh grilled chicken made to order for just 79 cents? It's 100 feet tall. How can you miss it? It's up there. Uh-oh. Fiesta Del Taco is on. Chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents each, and new Fiesta packs are just $3.95. That's your card!
Saab was founded by 16 aircraft engineers. Their spirit lives on. Introducing the all-new Saab 97X. Once you've built jets, you don't build just another SUV. Saab, born from jets. Land a great lease on a Saab 97X 4.2i SUV.
Coach says, why pay more to stay somewhere else? Just slide into Motel 6. It's clean, comfortable, and always a steal. Good one, Coach.
We'll leave the light on for you. And Accor Hotel.
Come to any Angels home game or log on to angelsbaseball.com and enter for a chance to win a GM vehicle with the Angels Baseball Saturday Night Drive Sweepstakes presented by General Motors. One lucky fan will win a GM vehicle during each Angels Saturday night home game. For more information, complete sweepstakes rules, or to enter for your chance to win, visit angelsbaseball.com/Saturday night. John Lackey now going to work. Bottom of the 5th inning of play. He'll face Mark Teixeira, Hank Blaylock, and Kevin Mensch.
So watching this young slugger right here, Teixeira, take batting practice today, I noticed that he was dipping his shoulder. I mean, he wants to hit that home run so badly that it's kind of taking him away from his singles and doubles game.
Lackey goes upstairs, a 1-2 count.
Mentioned in the last 6 games, he doesn't have an extra base hit. It's not like him.
Boy, not at all. 43 home runs last year.
He's trying a little bit too hard right now. He's upright, stands upright, but if his weight gets out front.
That one is hit well left center field. Rivera at the track pulls it down just in front of the 390 marker.
But he still leaned back a little bit on that and kind of hit it off the end of his bat. It's good shot. It's a long way, 390 to that opposite field. Now, if he squares it up and the weight's just a hair longer, he'll hit that out because he's got that kind of power. But he would see how his front side was up. He used his hands right there, but his front side's been flying out. It's a big, tall wall out there, too, in left field.
Blaylock, 1 for 2, but reached on the fielder's choice. John has pitched rather well. I mean, he's given up 4 runs, but only 1 is earned because of the error that was charged to Adam Kennedy in that 3-run 3rd inning. Now he threw him the hook to start it. Now comes with the fastball, and Blaylock down in the count, 0-2. Hank, 97 home runs in his big league career at the age of 25, and 17 have come against the Angels. Rivera is there for the second out, so that is 6 straight retired by John Lackey.
Okay, so they're making Blaylock hit the ball to the opposite field. I like their strategy on him. Well, they've given up a few singles to him and a double down that line earlier in this game in his first at bat. But overall, he hasn't hurt him with the long ball, and that's what they want to stay away from.
Lackey's now thrown 83 pitches, 55 in the zone, 28 have missed. His mom and dad are here. He grew up in Abilene, town of about 110,000, 175 miles to the west. Played football, basketball, baseball at Abilene High School. Terrific first baseman in high school, batted .541, and then played 1 year of college baseball, about 15-minute drive from here at Texas Arlington. The ball was hit out of play. Then he transferred to Grayson Community College, about an hour up the road in Denison, where he was one of the top pitchers and hitters on a team that won the Junior College World Series. Angels liked him so much they took him in the second round, and he really flew through the ranks. Oh, good pitch by Lackey. Strikes out Kevin Mench. And a sharp 5th inning for John. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers.
Is it possible to engineer desire? An entirely new ES, the Lexus ES350. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
From the start, one company more than any other has been leading the way in digital innovation. Cox Communications was first to deliver digital cable, high-speed internet, and digital telephone through thousands of miles of fiber optic cable. And while our advanced network continues to deliver exciting new technologies every day, like more high def, on demand, and faster internet speeds, we're pretty much just getting started.
Candidate for governor who's a former teacher with children in public school. He'll see education through the eyes of a parent. Wesley is the only candidate to help build a 21st century company, eBay. He'll look at old problems in a new way. Wesley, the only Democrat for governor who hasn't proposed a $10 billion tax increase. He believes we should spend our money more wisely and see taxes only as a last resort. Steve Wesley, a different kind of governor.
Watch Angels live after the game on FSN West.
Our Jack in the Box game reset on May 23rd, a day that Kendrys Morales' family will never forget. Got started by Big Daddy Vladdy going deep for his 12th home run. And here comes the rookie. Gets his first base hit in his first at-bat. Second at-bat, golfed one out. He's taking care of the goose eggs up there, and he wasn't done. He got another knock. 3 for 3. Kid's batting 1,000. 7 total bases already. The kid Morales is making it look easy. How about it?
4-4 our score. Angels and Rangers, and our infinity call to the bullpen. Out goes starting pitcher Padilla. In comes new pitcher Joaquin Benoit, 6'3", 220-pound right-hander, 28 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. This is his 3rd year in the big leagues. Has a rather high ERA, but has excellent stuff. 21 strikeouts. He averaged a strikeout per inning last year.
He's good. The opponents are hitting 194. You see that right there. But hey, the Angels, they don't care. They're going to have to bust him like they got Padilla a little bit. The Angels now have gotten 11 hits, and they're going to face another guy who throws a hard cutting fastball. 93 to 95. Curveball and a changeup are his pitches.
Mike Napoli will lead things off. Take strike 1. Napoli is 1 for 2. A single his last time up.
That's his cut fastball there. Good opening pitch to a guy who likes a fastball. Napoli also will hit that breaking ball. He's got a good inside out swing.
And Mickey Hatcher's been working with him to hit the ball out front. We saw him hit the ball out front and hit an opposite field home run at the Big A last week against the Toronto Blue Jays. Big home run that tied the game.
Heck, and it was in a deep right center over that big 12, 18-foot high wall they got out there at the Big A. You've got to supply a lot of power to get one up and out of there. You see Mickey Hatcher along with Rick Smith, long-time athletic trainer for the Angels.
Napley showing a good eye here. He's worked a good hitter's count at 3-1. Benoit can get wild. He's walked 3 or more batters for the 5th time in his career, and first since July 8th, 2005, last Friday against the Houston Astros. Napley, good rip back to the screen, 3-2. Gave up 3 runs Friday night at Houston to record his first loss of the year. Astros took 2 of 3 in that interleague series. Good at bat for Mike Napley, a lead-off walk. And remember, immediately following the game, we have highlights, interviews, and reactions of tonight's matchups. Stay tuned for FSN Live only on FSN West. Vladdy's streak versus Texas has reached 41. He is 2 for 3 in the game with a single and a home run. Ducks Oilers game 3. Jim Watson, Marty McSorley, Mark Gubazah will be in the studio. Here is Adam Kennedy.
McSorley's going to break it down for us.
He may give us a few baseball tips.
Yeah, all right. He had a hard. I mean, that's not easy slapping that puck around. It's very similar.
I know Marty's waiting for that big Ducks game tonight, but you know, we've got Southern California sports fans all fired up. The Ducks in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Here in the state of Texas, I mean, they're all fired up about what's been taking place here lately. Mavericks finally beat San Antonio Spurs last night. Move on. They face Phoenix now in the Western Conference Finals. And over the weekend, interleague baseball, Texas and Houston.
Kennedy 2 for 2. We'd like to get him a 3rd knock. Nice bunt single the first time up, and then he doubled off the glove of Teixeira at first.
Adam takes it tight. So Benoit, working behind the count, fell behind Napley 3-1, eventually walked him. Now a 2-1 hitter's count to Kennedy, who dropped a bunt base hit 3rd base side and then doubled down the right field line his last time up. Base hit right field. Napoli turns second base. He's off for 3rd, and he will make it. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Top of the 6th for the Halos. A 3 for 3 game for Adam Kennedy.
That's right. Kennedy will like that. Kennedy had a real nice month of April, batting .324. So far this month, just .186. So that'll really help get that average up. Now, bunting situation here for Sean Figgins. Couldn't come through last night late in the game to advance the runner. We'll see if he can do it here. Mike Scioscia worked with him today on getting up closer to the plate with that back leg, that left leg. And you want to bunt the first pitch you see, even if it's a fastball. Try to get it down, but you got to get your arms extended, hands out in front of the plate.
Figgins takes strike 1.
He didn't like that. I don't blame him. That's a changeup that was down low, but he wasn't squaring around to bunt there. Wow. I mean, Figgy's not very tall, but heck, that didn't look like a very good pitch there. Laz Diaz owes him one. You could hear a couple of the Angels yelling from that dugout.
Ball a strike. Benoit walked the first batter. Napoli. Kennedy singled into 3rd base. Rangers infield playing back. Will give up a run to turn 2. Be tough to turn with Figgins' speed. You got Blaylock though tight.
You could do a lot here to get that run home. Figgy left runner out there with less than 2 outs in his last at bat. He wants to get this in, whether he's bunts it on a squeeze or even a safety squeeze to get him over and in, any way he can.
Rex on the safety. Are you more inclined to go first base side or third?
Yeah, safety squeeze. That's when the runner is not coming home. He's going to read the bunt, the third base runner. He's not going to come home, but if he sees it in an area that he can make it home, he comes in. That's a safety squeeze to get the runner over.
We're in the 6th inning. First and third for the Angels. 1-1 count to leadoff batter Sean Figgins. Almost hit him in the foot.
And you know, in the suicide squeeze is when the runner just takes off on the pitch. That's why it's a do or die. They call it a suicide squeeze. A safety squeeze is safety first. The third base runner is not coming crashing down. He's going to read the bunt and see if he can make it home. Ideally to get the runner over, not necessarily to get him in.
And in this inning, Benoit has fallen behind all 3 batters. Napoli walked Kennedy on a 2-1 count, single to right field.
Hey!
Good running count for Adam Kennedy, who has 5 steals this year. Mike Scioscia has to be concerned with Sean Figgins' inability to strike that baseball because he has 33 strikeouts this year, and that is unusually high for a leadoff batter. Kennedy edges away. He does not go, and Figgins swings and misses. The count goes to 2-2. They swung at one upstairs. Will they go back upstairs with the heater to Sean?
That's the pitch that Padilla struck him out in the 4th on.
Well, he did stay upstairs with the heater at 92 miles an hour.
You know, that's going to be the pitch he probably will stay with. You try to fool him on a changeup or an off-speed pitch, he's liable to hit it on the ground. You don't want to throw a speedy runner a ball on the ground. They'll take their chances in trying to pop him up. I'm sure Barajas is thinking the same way.
Orlando Cabrera waiting his turn on deck. Nobody out. First and third situation for the Angels in the 6th. He backs him off with the changeup and strikes out Sean Figgins.
Okay, he backed off after throwing 2 fastballs in a row and got him to pull away. Got a little piece of it, Laz Diaz said, but Barajas caught it.
And the Angels desperately needing a clutch hit in this game. They're down 50 points from last year when they led the American League batting average with men in scoring position. Last year they hit .296. They're down in the low 240s this year.
It was a breaking ball, as I'm sure that Barajas has in mind. With 1 out, could try to put some action on with Cabrera able to handle that bat. Could send Kennedy on the plate. Mike Scioscia, he's well aware that he's going to have to take it to his opponents and try to find the matchups that are good for a situation to hit and run. This is a good one here, even with Napoli at third base.
And Cabrera doesn't strike out that much. Cabrera is one of the only Angels who has more walks this year than strikeouts. 15 walks to 13 Ks.
So Barajas is walking out there right now to tell Benoit, he's saying, excuse me, Joaquin, in case you haven't noticed, Big Daddy Vladdy's on deck. Let's go after this guy right here, because we don't want Big Daddy coming up with the sacks juiced. Then, like you mentioned earlier, how Buck Showalter walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. It could be another situation like that. Would he do it? But then you got to deal with Garrett Anderson behind him. That's some nice protection.
So Cabrera knows he's going to get a pitch to attack, particularly with Benoit struggling with his command in this inning.
This is the pitch right here.
It catches the outside corner. A 2-1 count, too good to swing at because it just grazed that outside corner. Napoli walked on a 3-2 count. Kennedy then singled him to third.
Last year, the Angels led all of baseball with a 296 average with runners in scoring position. Just 247 this year. They're way down. Okay, so Benoit came back with 2 fastballs on the outside corner. Pretty good spots. Cabrera took a shot to right there. They've been staying away from Cabrera because the scouting reports out that he's been able to handle that inside pitch with no problem. He's got 4 homers. All of those were inside fastballs. He's able to keep fair down that line because he's got a nice ability to keep his hands inside of that baseball to keep it from hook and foul.
Cabrera chops it at the plate. It is foul. They'll try it again with 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Angels scored 2 runs in the first inning. One in a double by Cabrera, the other on a solo home run by Vlad Guerrero. Then Texas scored a run in the first to make it 2-1, but the Angels went in front 4-1 on Kendrys Morales' first major league home run, a 2-run shot to right field. But Texas scored 3 unearned runs in the third. Tied up at 4, and that's where we are. The Angels trying to reclaim the advantage. First and third, 1 out.
And they've not been able to come through in these situations, and they really need to get that swagger back because it'll demoralize them. It's been tough for them not to be able to get these runners home with less than 2 outs.
Kennedy goes, pitch is fouled back.
And just one big hit and take it to your opponent and get a W. That's all they're looking for right now. They're just going to steady climb now if they can to get back to 500. 12 games under. It's just a long way to get back to 500. Don't even worry about the other teams in the league. They're just trying to take care of themselves, and they're going to do that by getting some clutch hits.
Cabrera looking for one here. Mike Scioscia just sent Adam Kennedy, likely will again, and Cabrera knows that means a fastball could be coming his way.
Wall's got a high leg kick. Give him more time to steal the bag.
Kennedy goes, pitch swung on, hit to the shortstop Young, only plays first base, and this will score a run, and the Angels break the 4-4 tie to take the lead. So if Mike Scioscia doesn't send the runner, that's an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. But he sends Kennedy. The Angels stay out of the double play and get that important 5th run home.
No, that was good. Mike's going to have to continue to do that to put some action on the runners. That's a good thing he did that. It's Michael Young, he offered to second, but Kennedy was in there. They're going to put Big Daddy on. This will be Vladdy's 6th intentional walk all year.
Not taking any chances, so the Angels hoping that Garrett Anderson can pick them up. Bullpen is continuing to warm. That Garrett Anderson might see this young left-hander who throws from the side, Scott Feldman.
Okay, this will tie Vladdy in intentional walks for 2nd place in the league. Tomey's got 7. Teixeira 6. Ibanez 6.
We saw Feldman up. I guess that's Ron Mayhay who's warming up down in the bullpen. That one was really wild. Well, Angels fans, treat your little angels to a day of fun in the sun at the Big A. Every Sunday is a McDonald's Family Sunday in the Family Picnic Zone where kids can enjoy arts and crafts, face painters, and even a glove break-in station. Prices start as low as $9 for adults and $5 for kids. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com and surprise your kids with a day at the ballpark they won't soon forget. Pitching change here in Arlington. Ron Mayhay will face Garrett Anderson when we come back.
You feeling better?
I'm getting there. But I do feel good that we have Aflac.
Glad I asked about it at work.
I'm glad it's helping pay the bills.
Electric bill, house payments, even Michelle's education. Helps with just about any bills our health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
At Del Taco, our chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents. So to celebrate, I built this huge piñata. What better way to promote Del Taco's authentic recipe chicken soft tacos with marinated, fresh grilled chicken made to order for just 79 cents? It's 100 feet tall. How can you miss it? It's up there. Uh-oh. Fiesta Del Taco is on. Chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents each, and new Fiesta packs are just $3.95. That's your car!
Introducing the best dynamic performance SUV in its class, the FX, from a company called Infinity.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By the Rocky Mountain refreshing taste of Coors Light. Taste the cold. And by Infinity, using the power of design to create dynamic, beautiful vehicles. It started to cool off here in Arlington, Texas. A 5-4 game. The Angels have the lead, top of the 6th inning. Halo's still batting. Runners first and second, and Ron Mayhay to face Garrett Anderson. Anderson is 1 for 3 in the game with a double back in the 3rd, and he takes strike 1 from Mayhay. Now Mayhay brought in just to get lefties out. His ERA is 1.8. Opponent average 250, but left-handers are just 3 for 17 this year against the Rangers southpaw.
And Garrett's just hitting 192 off of lefties this year. His career average is 295, so he's well off that. G8 is 10 for 52 off of lefties. So Showalter and the managers, they know these matchups. There he is off of Mayhay. Mayhay's going to throw a little fastball, split finger, and a slider.
Garrett swings, and now down in the count, 0-2. Angels taking the lead. A leadoff walk to Napoli. Kennedy then singled into 3rd after a strikeout by Figgins. Cabrera on a fielder's choice when Mike Scioscia sent Adam Kennedy. Kennedy safe at second base. Cabrera out at first. That drove in the 5th run. Go-ahead run in the game, and then the intentional walk to Vlad Guerrero. So Mayhay with the 0-2 and Garrett with a bouncing ball foul.
Garrett typically hits those breaking balls from left-handers. They always throw him big looping curves and sliders. If they make mistakes with it, Garrett really has the ability to put the bat on it and hit it hard. Fastball, if it's up, he goes the other way.
Angel career leader in RBIs right here. And he bounces one to the second baseman right there. DeRosa throws out Garrett, but the Angels score a run to take the lead. 5-4 over Texas.
Now that he's running for governor, Phil Angelidis claims he'll take on oil companies. But in the last 15 years, Angelidis has been hitting up those same oil companies for political contributions. The Chronicle reported Angelidis raised hundreds of thousands from big oil. Chevron, Texaco, Arco, Mobil, Occidental, and BP Amoco. He's even taken thousands from Enron. As governor, will Angelidis really be able to stand up to his friends in the oil industry after they've given him so much money?
If you want to be a competitor in the full-size luxury SUV game, you got to get through this first. Good luck. Lincoln Navigator. The ultimate power drive. Lock in the year's best lease rates during the Lincoln Navigator Power Drive event. Lease a Lincoln Navigator 4x2 for only $449 a month. Lincoln. Reach higher.
Tonight on the best damn sports show, period. NBA star Baron Davis. Can he step into magical shoes? Plus, comedian Artie Lang explains his close encounter with the worm. And guest host Jalen Rhodes. Tonight at 10:30.
The FSN Baseball Report takes you around the bases of the national pastime. It's a half hour packed with team reports, analysis with an inside pitch, headlines, and newsmakers, plus all the plays of the week. The FSN Baseball Report.
VSiN West now brings you the X-Men 3 pitch by pitch. John Lackey pitching well in this game. He's given up 4 runs, but only 1 earned, and he has struck 3 out. That's our X-Men 3 pitch by pitch. X-Men. The last stand opens May 26th. It's this Friday. Wow.
Big John Lackey.
Soon, man. The time catches up with you, doesn't it?
It's all right. Lackey's been battling.
Fly ball hit to center field. Figgins chasing it back, has a beat on it and makes the catch here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. So for John Lackey, that is 8 straight that he's retired, and a lot of them have been by way of fly ball.
That's right. He's been battling here. He's settling down. He's got a lead. He's going to have to fight to keep it. And that bullpen is going to have to come in and shut them down if they want to get off the schneid. 0 for 6 in their last 6 games.
Well, here he is now facing the guy who hurt him the most, Mark DeRosa. DeRosa came up with the bases loaded. Lackey threw him fastball after fastball on a 3-2 count, then threw him a hook, and DeRosa took it down the line just past Dallas McPherson. There's a fly ball hit to right field, and another early count out, and 2 quick outs. And John Rex has just thrown 89 pitches in this game, and only 3 to get 2 outs in this inning.
Nice. 9 straight. Just get those outs.
Mike Socha certainly remembers his debut. He came here against the Texas Rangers back in that 2002 season.
His debut as a manager.
Well, it was John's debut as a starting pitcher. 3rd year for Mike as a manager. Talking about John and all his family and friends were here at the ballpark. The ball is struck foul. And then, of course, in that 2002 season, he would win 9 games and really help right the Angels rotation as he was called up in mid to late June. Won 9 games the rest of the way. Won Game 7 of the World Series, beating the San Francisco Giants. And he was a huge hit in Abilene, Texas. Still went back home to Abilene to live with 2 of his best friends. Now he makes his home in the offseason here and at times in Southern California because his folks moved to the Dallas area. His father, the coach at John Horn High School in Mesquite, Texas, about a 45-minute drive from the ballpark here in Arlington. Good curveball there, and he doesn't get the call. Jason Botts 0 for 2, fly to left, fly to center field. This guy, big time power. Huge guy at 6'5", about 245 pounds. Looks like Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, he's a large baseball player.
Remember Herman Munster when they had that show of Herman Munster taking batting practice at Yankee Stadium?
Kind of looks like him.
Oh my gosh, and Munster was hitting him like 900 feet.
So that's the first base runner allowed now by John. Last 9 batters.
And only his 3rd walk of the game. But he didn't want to lose the number 8 batter, particularly after the young man was just called up from the minor leagues today to face Rod Barajas. And Barajas has really been swinging a good bat. In this series, he is 3 for 4 and batting .330 the last month. You can tell that he started slowly. He was down in the 130 to 150. 330 the last month. Good hitter from Southern California, went to Cerritos Junior College.
That's just a courtesy throw over. Botts is not going to go anywhere. The Rangers, they don't run. They sit around and wait for the big home runs. They've got a power lineup. They only have 10 stolen bases on the year.
See how Botts kind of dwarfs Morales? I mean, Kendrys like 6'1". Morales will lead off the Angels 7th. He is 3 for 3 in the game, and another quick toss keeping Botts close. How much left do you think John has in his tank? He's now thrown 95 pitches.
He's had to work hard to get through a few innings, and by throwing 3 over to first, sometimes that's a sign you don't really want to come home. Let's see if this will stay in.
Nope, on top of that Texas Rangers dugout, and the count will go to 0-2 to Rod Barajas.
So Napoli looked at John and says, hey, come on, man, let's go. Let's get through this. Let's get this out right here. John trying to get a win. Hadn't had one since April 26th.
Right-hander Brendan Donnelly starting to warm up at the Angels pen. Lackey trying to bear down, get the final out of the 6th inning. Barajas is down to the count, 0-2. Check. They tag him. He is out. Big strikeout for John Lackey, his 4th of the game. He goes 6. He's allowed just 1 earned run in this game, but has just a 1-run lead at 5-4.
All right, got him to offer on it. That's most likely it, but a great job of battling by Big Lack.
The once-in-a-lifetime launch spectacular, featuring the new RAV4 and the all-new FJ Cruiser. We're making room for the new models, so great deals are going on now. Get $2,500 back or $2,900 financing on a new 06 V8 Tundra, or lease one for $259 a month with a $19.99 drive-off. Choose $1,000 back or $2,900 on a new 06 4Runner, or lease one for $279 a month with $19.99 due at signing. Hurry, it all ends soon. It's time to move forward.
The faster you get here, the sooner we can cook it.
Smart shoppers are getting their brand new and certified pre-owned Toyotas from Tustin Toyota. Because what's smarter than getting a great deal?
I love the dealership over there. Their service people are great. I recommend it to everybody.
A huge selection, great deals, bigger savings, and absolutely better service.
This is not your typical car buying experience.
Stop shopping till you drop and go where you know you'll save money. Tustin Toyota in the Tustin Auto Center.
Time is precious. Please don't ignore chest pain. Call 911, go to the nearest emergency room, or seek help immediately at the Chest Pain Center at Mission Hospital. Mission Hospital, everything for life, a not-for-profit healthcare ministry.
You're watching FSN West.
The kid from Cuba in his first major league start, 3 for 3, a pair of singles and a home run. A 2-run shot in his 2nd time up. Morales, a switch hitter, now batting from the right side to face Ron Mayhay. And Mayhay delivers ball 1 outside. So this guy is very dangerous. And one thing the Angels liked about him, the fact that he's a switch hitter, taught by his father when he was growing up in Cuba. His dad forced him to play baseball, he said, before the ball game, and his dad passed away when he was just 8 years old. But he said his dad was a terrific catcher growing up in Cuba, and said, son, you will play baseball. I know you're a good athlete in volleyball and soccer and swimming and the other sports, but you're playing baseball. And he said, I fell in love with it.
He's being patient right here. I like this. Now he's taken care of a lot of goose eggs already in his stat column. He didn't have anything. This is his major league debut. Now he'd like to get a base hit from the right side, keep it a perfect night.
Well, look at the individuals he joins to hit a home run in his major league debut. Billy Parker, and you've got McEmery and Napoli, and Kendrys Morales tonight.
Okay, now Mike Scioscia said he's a little bit more polished from the left side of the plate, but still, the way he's taking his pitches here and working the count, looking like he's got a pretty good idea. Very similar styles from both the left and right side from Morales. A little bit open, still got the same kind of foot movement.
A bouncing ball to the shortstop, Michael Young, and for the first time in 2006 in the major leagues, Kendrys Morales is out.
You got to take a look at these other at-bats, man. I'm going to tell you what. In the 46th game this season, that's all there is they've played. This kid has been called up and done the job. Look at that. He snap hooked his first dinger over that right field wall. Nice hitting. And then he wasn't done in the 5th. Hard line drive off Vincente Padilla. A day in a pitcher he'll never forget, Biz.
He said it was such an honor to get called up to the major leagues so soon that he did not expect to play in the big leagues this quickly. But the Angels with certainly some big needs. Offensively, they have struggled in May mightily, only batting .228 with 3 runs or less in 12 of their 20 games. But Morales a big part of their 5 runs in this game. Now Dallas takes a strike on the inside corner after waving it one away from him, and he is down in the count 0-2. Dallas 0 for 3 with a fly out in his last at bat.
Alex Barajas took that off the elbow there. See, that chest protector is not all that big. A lot of flesh exposed. So those catchers, they go through a beat.
In there, strike 3 call. Here's our DirecTV look ahead. We've got the Angels against the Texas Rangers tomorrow. That'll be Robinson Tejada going against Jeff Weaver at 11 a.m. Then Friday and Monday, Orioles and Twins. Next Tuesday against the Twins at 7 o'clock. Angels live pregame Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. 1-800-DirecTV for MLB Extra Innings. 6 o'clock game on Memorial evening. Big fireworks spectacular after it. We have another one this Friday when the Orioles are in town. So bring the kids out. Holiday this weekend. Get the barbecue out. Come to the ballpark. Juan Rivera with 2 out. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Has grounded out twice and fly to right field. He got a beat on that one and spun it back to the screen. A 1-2 count now. Mike Scioscia really feels that Rivera has been taking a shorter, quicker path to the baseball, but just has not been able to square it up. Timing, confidence. Mickey Hatcher visiting with Sean Figgins, who has been struggling a bit. Just a 190 batting average his last 3 weeks. DeRosa has it on 1 hop, and Mayhay turns back the Angels. 1-2-3 in the 7th. Will come back. Last of the 7th, Matthews, Young, and Teixeira.
Tonight on the best damn sports show, period. NBA star Baron Davis. Can he step into magical shoes? Plus, comedian Artie Lang explains his close encounter with the worm. And guest host Jalen Rose. Tonight at 10:30.
Hi, I'm Mike Scioscia, Angels manager. To be a great team, you need to do everything right. And no team does this better than Howard's. Howard's has the largest selection of plasma and flat screen TVs in Southern California at the guaranteed lowest prices. Their lineup includes top brands like Panasonic, Sony, Mitsubishi, Toshiba, and more. And Howard's has the most experienced personnel in the business. They not only talk to you, they know what they're talking about. Go to Howard's and go home happy.
So much can happen in the space of a few seconds. The Acura collision mitigation braking system detects a potential hazard ahead. The driver is warned so he can react. If necessary, the system would have applied the brakes to lessen a potential impact. The Acura RL. It gives your reflexes a head start.
Jack in the Box game summary. Angels with a 5-4 lead over Texas. Guerrero continues his success against the Rangers. A 41-game hit streak now. Kendrys Morales in his big league debut. 3 hits, including a home run. And the Rangers 3 unearned runs in the third as John Lackey worked a quality start. But the Angels got a quality start from Escobar last night and did not win. Donnelly's ERA 3.5. Opponent batting average only 256, and more importantly, right-handers really having a tough time against Brendan. Just a 220 batting average.
Okay, this is the time of the game that the Angels usually get through because of their strong bullpen. Now they've been nicked up in just about every aspect of their game. Starting pitching, defense has been a little shabby, and their relievers have been giving some runs up late. In order to win this game, they've got to execute. Donnelly has to execute in the strike zone, facing the top of the order. Sinking fastball, slider, and a split finger.
Brendan has always pitched well at Ameriquest Field in Arlington. Has had tremendous success in 14 games, a 1.89 ERA, and a victory. Gary Matthews is the batter. He doubled his first time up and scored on Blaylock's double. Since then, he's fly to center, fly to left. Good power, 3 home runs this year.
And Showalter, you know, he couldn't have asked for more so far in the short quarter of the season played from Matthews. He's been good. He's been getting on base.
And they had Lance Nix in center field for a while, and now he's back in the minor leagues. And Matthews, when he's been in there, he's hitting over 300. Last year, a lot of success as well, and this year as the leadoff guy. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it is swung on and missed. A 2-2 count.
He's got a 366 on base percentage. Those are the things you look at from a leadoff hitter. Somebody who can get on. Yeah, struck out 23 times. It's a little bit high for a leadoff hitter, but he's producing.
And he's not your prototypical leadoff hitter. No, big guy, big strike zone, good power, 17 home runs last year, but they've been forced to go that way because Brad Wilkerson was the guy early and he struck out so much.
And it was David DeLucci the last 2 years that led off for him, and he did a good job there.
Matthews high and deep right field. Glad's back. It's off the wall. Gary Matthews with his 4th triple this year.
Okay, it looked like the ball was going to be hit out of the park off the bat, but he didn't get all of it. And Vladdy tracked it well. But I like to see Sean Figgins coming in there. He's hustling over to help out Vladdy. He comes off the wall. Okay, he couldn't make the play, but Figgins is there. Keep that from inside the Parker, but still, Donnelly fell behind in the count. Gave Matthews a fastball. He's been hot on the fastball. That's his triple, and he doubled earlier on a 3-2 count. So Donnelly not executing on that batter there.
Now he has to go to work to up with Michael Young. Angels bringing their infield in. Young 1 for 3. He has struck out, single, lined out. One and one. Very dangerous batter. Great with men in scoring position. Young batting .429 in the top 10 in the American League in that department, and throughout his career he has been the Rangers' Mr. Clutch. He batted second a lot.
Scioscia infield in. Going to try to cut down the run on a guy who's really good in these situations.
2 balls, 1 strike. This is the teeth of the order. Young, Teixeira, Blaylock, back-to-back RBI machines coming up. Face Mike Scioscia's relief pitcher Brendan Donnelly. Hit well, left field, and Texas has their first lead of the game.
We talked about executing in the strike zone, and it hasn't happened at all here. A triple and a homer. That triple by Matthews could have been a home run by about 2 feet. There's a mistake out over saying hit me. This is one of the best right-handed hitters in baseball right here.
Now Texas has the 1-run lead, and Mark Teixeira's up.
Angels just can't get big hits. They've left 8 runners on base tonight, and it seems like they're waiting to get beat. Got to be able to be hungry and get some big hits once in a while. This team's a powerful ball club. If they're going to do anything, they got to start picking up some hits.
Last night they lost 3-2. Is the 6th time the Angels have lost when they had the lead in their last 8 games. Not much for Mike to do. He has pushed all the right buttons, but right now the execution hasn't been there, whether it's offensively or defensively. An error led the way to 3 unearned runs earlier in this game. Now Donnelly called on to protect a 5-4 lead, gives up a triple, then a home run. That was in his wheelhouse, and he fouls it straight back. A 2-2 count. The lefty is Romero, the right-hander Carrasco. Angels are going to have to dig themselves out of another one. And there is strike 3 called to Mark Teixeira. Socha will make the move as Donnelly does not protect the 1-run lead. Instead, it's Texas 6, the Angels 5 on a 2-run home run by Michael Young. It will be left-hander J.C. Romero to face Hank Blaylock when we come back.
At Del Taco, our chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents. So to celebrate, I built this huge piñata. What better way to promote Del Taco's authentic recipe chicken soft tacos with marinated, fresh grilled chicken made to order for just 79 cents? It's 100 feet tall. How can you miss it? It's up there. Uh-oh. Fiesta Del Taco is on. Chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents each, and new Fiesta packs are just $3.95.
Everything's got to work like, it's a symphony, right? So the piston goes down, then it's going to come back up. That's the job of the piston. You got your valves, you're like little doors, you know. Sometimes you get deposits on your valves. It's not the valve's fault. It's the gas you're buying. If you used Chevron with Techron, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Avoid the problems of low-quality gas. Use Chevron with Techron.
No monkeying around now.
Clue's a great deal at your Nissan dealer now through May 31st. Get $2,750 cash back or 1% financing on the full-size Nissan Titan King Cab.
And we can see the Angels here. They're making a pitching change now. They've got 12 hits. They've done the job, but they haven't because they've left 8 on. Now, when you're going bad, I said it earlier, on this hit by Matthews, I thought Figgy was the one who threw it in there, and I liked it, but I was wrong. Sean Figgins needs to be hustling over there just in case a play like that, he could try to keep him at least to 2 bases. But he was just coming in there, not hustling. So I was wrong. I said he was there. I thought he picked it up. But, you know, every little thing is magnified now when you're losing the games like this.
And the Angels at one time leading by 3, now trail by 1. And left-hander J.C. Romero, who has really had a dreadful time in the month of May. In 10 outings this month, he has an ERA of 14. Overall, 8.47. And this is a guy with a good arm. And that ball is lined in the gap left center field. And it could be 2 Blaylocks off for second base. The throw by Juan Rivera. Not in time. A double for Blaylock.
Mike Scioscia about JC with his sinker and his slider and his changeup. I said, is there any reason you can see that he's not being effective? And he just said that, you know, he's not confident. He's not hitting his spots. And this is what happens when your team's in a slump like they're in. The only way you get confidence is by winning the game, executing a few pitches, you know, and keeping the sinker down. He's successful when he's down in the zone, like most pitchers. So far, both guys have come in here and they haven't been able to keep command there. He almost threw him back to the screen.
Wow. It is about confidence.
It's all about confidence now.
And the Angels not a confident team. They have lost 18 of their last 23 games. They came in 6.5 games behind the Texas Rangers in the American League West. The Oakland Athletics are losing tonight. They're in the 6th inning, and it's Chicago 8, the A's 3. New York, it's a final. The Yankees beat Boston 7-5. Cleveland and Minnesota are tied at 5, and that was a terrific pitching matchup between Cliff Lee and Johan Santana. The 5-5 game in the 7th. KC 4-3 lead over Detroit in the 7th. And here we are, 6-5 Texas with 2 on, just 1 man out. Left-handed batter Brad Wilkerson up. He is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts and didn't walk, and scored in that 3-run 3rd inning that tied the game at that time at 4.
153 at-bats by Wilkerson coming into this game. He's only grounded into 1 double play.
Strike 1. Wilkerson, terrific in the month of May after a slow start in his adjustment from the National League to the American League with the Washington Nationals last year. Strike 2. Brad opened May by batting .328 with 5 home runs, and 4 of those big flies have come in the last 8 games. He hit as many as 32 home runs with the Montreal Expos a few seasons back. Comes up with 2 on and 1 man out. Rangers have won the last 2 against the Angels after the Halos had taken 8 straight from these Texas Rangers, including 6 straight in the month of September last year when the Angels nailed down that American League West championship.
You know, Steve, your opponents that you face out here in a body language game, they can feel your opponent. You can feel your team, and they all read the paper. They all know what's going on. And even Jeff Kent, back when the Angels played the Dodgers, came out and said, you know, I looked over there and I could see those guys were down. And opponents, they don't care. They're going to step on your neck when you're down. This is a man's game up here. But the only way they're going to come out of that is by getting a win. That's the whole winning cures all. Now, for one night, yeah, it makes you feel good. And so you bring that confidence back into the next day. And until they can get off the schneid and execute their game, they're going to continue that without the swagger.
Romero with the 2-2 pitch. It's low, 3-2. Well, if he loses Wilkerson, Mike Scioscia may go to the bullpen and Hector Carrasco because he has a right-hander on deck in Mark DeRosa. And a wavering J.C. Romero, who has been very wild this year. A 3-2 pitch. Wilkerson chases it down in the strike zone. Could have been ball 4, but a strikeout for J.C. Romero, and Mike Scioscia will go to the pen anyway and bring in Hector Carrasco. He wants the righty-righty situation, but good pitch here.
That's nice executed slider down there to a guy who's hitterish and wants to hit, and he strikes out a lot. He took advantage of it. That's a good pitch down in the zone.
Romero gives up a double, then an intentional walk, but a strikeout for the 2nd out. Carrasco when we come back.
I want my MPG.
Even before it was cool, the name Toyota stood for fuel economy. Today, as the world's leading manufacturer of hybrid vehicles, we're clearing the air. The road to better gas mileage starts at your Toyota dealer. Toyota,
I'm not a mechanic, but I've seen motors apart. They're unbelievable. I saw the carbon crud buildup on the valves. You see, now I never knew that was from lower quality gasoline, to be honest with you. But, you know, it makes sense. So, I guess Techron's a good thing, you know? Right?
Avoid the problems of low-quality gas. Use Chevron with Techron.
I really don't know why you'd use anything else. I got it.
The satellite-linked Acura MDX with Zagat guide ratings.
This looks good.
Bon appetit. Visit your local Acura dealer for an attractive lease rate on the standard model MDX.
Hey, we want to get you ready for your next tailgating party or trip to the beach. Come out to the game against the Minnesota Twins on Wednesday, May 31st, and you'll receive a stadium-exclusive 12-pack cooler courtesy of Arco, AM/PM, and KISS FM. Log on to angelsbaseball.com today to purchase your tickets for this game. There's a beautiful look at it. Again, it'll be May 31st with the Minnesota Twins in town. It's a good ball club. Justin Morneau, young slugger. Great center fielder in Torrey Hunter. Well, here we go. Bottom 7. Angels down a run. Texas 2 on, 2 out, and Carrasco in. He will face the right-handed batter, Mark DeRosa. He's been much better as a reliever than he was as a starter. A 3.2 ERA as a relief pitcher, 5.8 as a starter.
And he's got a nice little slider. He's got a sinking fastball, curve and a change. But it's interesting the numbers you look at against right-handed batters. They're hitting 282 off him this year. That's 20 hits and 71 at-bats, 3 homers. And lefties, he's got a much better average against the lefties, only 217, does Carrasco. Sometimes, you know, this is a situation that Mike Scioscia believes that he can get DeRosa on here. He's going to bring in the righty like Carrasco and hope that he can keep the ball down and get it out and get him out of this ugly inning. He was sitting all over that. That's a big hack.
Well, it's straight back to the screen. So Carrasco has a 1-2 count. He might be able to bury one in the dirt. Napoli has to block it. He has a good off-speed pitch and also a good cut fastball he likes to work away to right-handers. Bouncing ball. McPherson has it, goes to second. They get the force there, but Texas gets 2 to take the lead. Michael Young goes deep for the second time this year. It erases an Angel lead and puts Texas in front.
Watch Angels live after the game on FSN West.
So what we're doing here is called idling. Now, let's practice parking until lunch.
Try out our tasty new chicken strips, only $1.29 at AM/PM.
At Del Taco, our chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents. So to celebrate, I built this huge piñata. What better way to promote Del Taco's authentic recipe chicken soft tacos with marinated, fresh grilled chicken made to order for just 79 cents? It's 100 feet tall. How can you miss it? It's up there. Uh-oh. Fiesta Del Taco is on. Chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents each, and new Fiesta packs are just $3.95. That's your car!
Close a great deal at your Nissan dealer now through May 31st. Get $27.50 cash back or 1% financing on the full-size Nissan Titan King Cab.
Don't feed your pets dishwater. Do get a rebate on a high-efficiency washing machine. For money-saving rebates and water-saving tips, check out BeWaterwise.com.
up after the game, we have highlights, interviews, and reactions of tonight's matchup. Stay tuned for FSN Live only on FSN West. Jim Watson, Mark Gubizov, Marty McSorley will be there to talk about Vladdy's hit streak against Texas and the Ducks-Oilers, Game 3. So how about Kendrys Morales, a 3-for-4 game with 2 singles and a home run. Francisco Cordero, who threw a great 8th inning yesterday, comes in a rather high earned run average, but most of the trouble he had was back in April. Now he's in a setup role in the 8th inning, and Otska is their closer for the 9th. He will face Mike Napoli, and Napoli last night had to face Cordero in the 8th inning and walked. In this game, he has been on base twice with a single and a walk. Outside 2-0.
Cordero has blown a lot of saves this year early. You can't blame Showalter because it's worked out with Otsuka. Heck, he's converted 6 of his 7 save opportunities, so they flip-flop the order. Cordero, he's got a good hard fastball, but hasn't been able to locate it the way he's wanted to. He'll throw that ball anywhere 92 to 95 miles an hour.
In there, 2-2 count now to Mike Napoli. 1 outside corner, 1 inside corner, and Cordero's right back in it.
He's got a slider and a changeup he'll use.
3-2.
Just looking for a base runner. Now Tommy Murphy, he's the speediest Angel on that dugout on the bench, and Eric Ibar, two guys that can run.
Ball 4, so we will get a look, Hud, because Napoli walks to lead it off, and that's the 2nd straight inning that Napoli has led off with a walk. Kid has a good eye, and there you see Tommy Murphy coming out to run.
That's right. Bring home that tie and run. The Angels want to continue their attack. They've gotten to Cordero before. Last year they got to him early this year in April. And a good job by Napoli. A walk's as good as a hit now. Base runners. Couple bloops and a blast to give the bullpen a little breathing room if they can, but they got to see if they can manufacture a run. Kennedy in a bunting situation, we'll see. Maybe they'll steal Murphy.
He's swinging away. That's a base hit to right field, and Murphy's off for third base. How about Adam Kennedy? 4 for 4. Mike Scioscia letting them swing away. They had Teixeira holding Murphy on, and Blaylock coming down the third base side. And AK with a sharp single to right.
Okay, now this is some of the fight the Angels have in them. I'm happy to see it. I'm sure Mike Scioscia's happy to see turning him loose. Kennedy having a red hot night. This is what we've been talking about. Take it to your opponent. Any mistake out over, bust him. He got it, 1st and 3rd situation. Nobody out. This is Angel baseball now. Being aggressive. And the walk by Napoli. So we're seeing a little bit of both. Now Dino Ebels talking to Murphy over there. Now Figgins is coming up. He's had a pretty tough night. Outside of that 1st inning single he scored.
Well, when they have really been working Sean upstairs, and he has been going after that pitch, but this one way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That single in the 1st was an infield hit, and then Orlando Cabrera on a hit and run doubled to right field, and Sean scored. Again, they work him upstairs. 2-0. Cordero was behind Mike Napoli 2-0, and then 3 back to make it a 2-2 count with 2 good fastballs.
This has really helped Figgins' confidence. The last 3 times up, he's had runners in scoring position and a chance to score him with less than 2, and he couldn't get it done. Let's see if he can come through here. This would be a big confidence booster. Even a walk would be good, especially with the meat of the order coming up in the halos.
Cabrera waiting on deck. Who's been very instrumental to any success the Angels have had this year. There's a strike across to Sean Figgins, and every single pitch has been a fastball up in the strike zone to Sean Figgins. 3 that missed, now 1 that catches the high zone.
Got to be looking to hit. The only way you're going to come out of something is you hit. Figgy's really going bad right now. He's struggling. You know, he wants to get a hit here. And Cordero probably is going to come with a fastball. But if it's up out of the zone, take it. That's it.
There's ball 4. The Angels have the bases loaded with nobody out in the 8th inning.
That's that he won that at bat right there. Now Cordero was a little bit off and up in the zone, but he won that. Now let's see if the Angels can continue to come back.
Angels now have 4 walks in the game, and all 4 have come in the last 3 innings. So Cordero in a world of trouble here in the 8th. Orlando Cabrera is the batter. Blaylock even with the bag at third base. The rest of the infielder are looking for the double play. And Teixeira back at first.
So the Angels in a good position off a guy who throws a straight hard fastball to do some damage by getting a big hit. They've already left 8 runners on. They're hitting good. They got 13 knocks. He's going to get something good to hit with that guy on deck, Big Daddy. That was a little slider he threw him.
In there, nothing and 2 to OC. Didn't like the call at all.
That was some 97 on the black. Nice spot there by Cordero.
That'll play right side. He stays with the fastball. Rex at 97.
Anywhere close. OC has been a good run producer this year. He's been able to pick up some big hits. 0-2. You know, he had a big rip on a high fastball, but you definitely don't want to get called out looking. Showalter's going to have a decision to make.
In the gap, right center field. Mensch racing over, makes the catch, tagging third Murphy. He comes home with the tying run, and Kennedy wisely advances from second to third.
0-2. Orlando looked for the fastball and got it. He drove it. I thought when it left the bat it was going to split the gap. But now we're back even. Some big hits here coming up this inning by the Angels. Pitch by pitch, let's see. Okay, slider, first pitch, he missed it. Okay, pretty good pitch there, nothing you can do. Foul off that high ball. You knew another one was coming. That was down in his wheelhouse. Hit it good. Mensch made the grab. Still 1 out in the Angels. Kennedy tagged at second base. That was big.
So let's see what they do with Vlad Guerrero. They do have second base open. A 6-6 game now in the 8th inning. Figgins going to stay put at first base.
The Angels now coming back. They're desperately looking for some win, just any way to win the game.
A bouncing ball to third. They go to second for 1, on to first, and they get the double play. But safe at second base is Sean Figgins. They say DeRosa came off the bag, and the Angels take a 7-6 lead.
Talk about a break. There's a huge one. Tim Cheetah is going to explain to Buck Showalter, saying, you tell me how that guy was off the base. DeRosa bummed out. Showalter red in the face. Pretty tough call. Let's take a look at it again. Blaylock starts it over there. Ooh, man.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, that was normally an out. Watch this. And Rex, Figgy went in hard. He tried to get a piece of him. I like that. He's using his arms. He's doing all he can to try to knock him down.
Buck Showalter has a great argument because the rule is in place to protect the infielder from getting injured. If he stays on the base, we've seen knees get blown up. So Showalter has a great argument here. If the throw is offline, Rex, I understand, but it's right on the money.
Yep, this is normally a routine double play. Now let's see. Tim Cheetah, he's looking at what we're looking at. Technically, he's right with the call because he was off the base. Sometimes those are just routiners. Umpires never say a word, and there's no argument either way. But the Angels caught a break.
You're exactly right.
Maybe that's what they can use to their momentum here, and Garrett can come up with a big hit and knock Figgins in.
Angels with 2 in the 8th for a 7-6 lead, and Garrett Anderson up. Cordero with strike one across, and GA now takes another strike, and he didn't like the call and backs away as Las Diaz makes it an 0-2 count.
Remember, as tough as Biggie has been going lately, the Angels are 144 and 68 when he scores a run. He's already scored a run tonight. He'd like to give him a little bit more insurance against this powerful hitting ball club. There's still 6 outs to get. The Angels have to get. They'll have to go through their meat of the order again, but the more runs they can get, more breathing room in the bullpen will get. This is no doubt the biggest game of the year for the Angels.
I think every single one the rest of the way. Garrett Anderson waves at the off-speed and strikes out, but the Angels tie it and take the lead. A controversial call at second base. Angels 7, Rangers 6.
Magneto's got an army out there. If you go to war, you might not come home.
If you're with us, then be with us.
We can make it like it was.
Nothing can stop us!
X-Men: The Last Stand. Rated PG-13.
At Del Taco, our chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents. So to celebrate, I built this huge piñata. What better way to promote Del Taco's authentic recipe chicken soft tacos with marinated, fresh grilled chicken made to order for just 79 cents? It's 100 feet tall. How can you miss it? It's up there. Uh-oh. Fiesta Del Taco is on. Chicken soft tacos are just 79 cents each, and new Fiesta packs are just $3.95. That's your car.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Clay. And if you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, and if you live or work in Orange County, come see us first. We've got a great selection, and we're going to provide you with a Carfax report at no charge. Plus, every pre-owned vehicle comes with a limited warranty. But above all, you know we're going to treat you right. Hurry to any Title-Click dealership in Tustin and the Irvine Auto Center.
At Real, everyone here is on staff. No contractors or outside vendors. We answer all your questions and make new technologies understandable from a family-owned business. Old-fashioned customer service.
It's the real people at Real-Time Sight and Sound that make the difference.
Real sight, real sound, real time, Dana Point.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Jack's Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy, crispy, or grilled chicken breast with smoky chipotle sauce. And by Nissan and your Nissan dealer. We're here in Arlington, Texas. The Angels with the 7-6 lead. Tommy Murphy stays in the game to play center field. Sean Figgins out. And Jose Molina will now bat in the 1 spot. And Scott Shields comes out of the bullpen. Jose Molina now the catcher is Napoli. He started the rally for the Angels in that 8th inning with a 3-2 walk, and then Murphy pinch ran for him and came around to score the tying run. Here's Jason Botts.
Jose Molina coming in because of the pinch running situation for that young catcher right there, Mike Napoli, but he's got a real nice ERA overall. Jose Molina, a 3.88 ERA he's got. Now Shields normally is right on command, but he's got a 3-0 count here. They'll have a pinch runner if Botts is walked. He is.
Shields went 2 innings yesterday, and a leadoff walk to Jason Botts. You've got to be able to control the bottom of the order because the top of the order for Texas is so strong with Young, Teixeira, Blaylock. That trio has 4 hits in the game, and 3 of them are extra base hits. Barajas up now. Rod is singled, grounded out, and struck out.
He's going to bunt.
Ball 1.
They don't do a lot of sacrificing here in Texas, but this situation calls for it now. Want to get that tie and run second base. I thought they might pinch run for Botts. got D'Angelo Jimenez, a pretty good runner on the bench.
Again low, so Shields has not found the strike zone yet. 6 straight have missed.
Sinker, slider, curve. Those are his pitches.
The key to tonight's success, execution.
So from here on out, they got 3 tough outs to get.
He gets the bunt down. They go to second base and they get the out there.
What a heads-up play in his first big league game by Kendrys. Not only did Morales hit a home run, a 2-run dinger, but that might be the play of the game. He bounced off of first base. That's why you pinch run. Okay, it's a pretty good bunt right here. Morales, he catches it and fires a dart and gets it. Cabrera knows that's a big out. Heck of a play.
Boy, that is taking a big chance, but Rex, as soon as he fielded the ball, he turned and fired. And I remember a comment by Keith Hernandez when fielding bunts. Well, he said, here's Gary Matthews, swung on a miss, but Keith Hernandez said, in my mind, and I thought he was the best at fielding bunts. He'd come charging down that line, but he said, I was always throwing to the lead base. Now, as I'm winding up to throw, I would recognize, is he close enough? Do I have a chance? And then I could back off. But I was always thinking lead base.
Hernandez was left-handed too. Big difference. He's left-handed. He's facing that way. Morales had to spin around and fire, and you can't be afraid to fail. That's what I like about that. He's in his first big league game, and you don't want players out there playing scared. You got to. I liked it. That might be the play of the game. We'll see how it turns out.
Execution, Hud.
That's it. They've got to execute if they're going to get a win.
Just missing inside. Matthews with a 1-2 count now. Angels were down by a run going into the 8th inning. They scored twice, helped out on a controversial call by Tim Tashida, the second base umpire. And the ball skips away from Jose Lina, but no advance, and Matthews strikes out.
Okay, now you can see
Jose quick to that baseball, Rex.
That's right. You could see how Morales picking up that walk, throwing him out. That Shields walked him, how it picked up Scott Shields, and he came right after Matthews and says, all right, hey, way to go, will you pick me up? And then he comes back and does his thing with the overhand curve. Molina does everything to keep it in front of him, and he did. No advance by Barajas.
So now you have the guy at the plate who gave the Texas Rangers their first lead of the game 1 inning ago, a 2-run home run. And Scott Shields against Michael Young. And Shields had to face Young last night and had 2 strikes on him. And then Young lined a single to left field, and that gave them the 3-2 lead, and they would go on to win by that final score. Young hits it well, center field. Tommy Murphy under it and makes the catch. So Shields comes in with a shutout 8th inning, and the Angels head to the 9th, leading by a 7-6 margin.
Great play by Morales. Look at this. Turns and fires with his back to him. Angels back to the wall. They're leading by a run. That play helped a lot. Sweet.
World-class boxing ignites on FSN. 2 of boxing's heavyweight contenders take center stage. Javier the Monster Mora squares off against former 2-time world title challenger Fres the Big O Kendo. Live on the best damn fight night period. Plus, catch former Olympic medalist Andre Durrell in action. Thursday, presented by Honda Motorcycles, live on FSN.
I know you like me. I know you do. I know you do. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me?
to 60 in 5.2 seconds. The time it takes to rewrite the definition of hybrid performance. An electric motor engages. A V6 engine kicks in seamlessly, and all your stereotypes about hybrids are obliterated. With 80% fewer emissions, the GS450H gives more to the driver, takes less from the world.
Top of the ninth inning we go. Angels with a 1-run lead. Kendrys Morales in his major league debut has been dynamic. 2 singles, a 2-run home run, a 3-for-4 game, and a defensive play that really snuffed out a rally for the Texas Rangers in the bottom of the 8th inning. So now Morales will lead off the 9th.
He's played tonight like a 10-year veteran in his first big league game.
You know, I asked him before the game through interpreter Jose Mota how this moment compared with his being the first teenage cleanup hitter for the Cuban national team, which has won so many championships in the past, at the age of 19. And he said, well, actually at 18 I proved myself to them that I was a good hitter, and I expected to go up there and bat cleanup, so I was not surprised and I was ready for it. I'm thinking, boy, this kid has a lot of confidence.
He's facing a guy, Bauer, sinker, slider, split finger. He'll go 91 to 94. You saw a 93 fastball in the outside corner. They're going to stay away from him.
Bauer has been one of their best out of the bullpen this year, a 3.5 earned run average. More so lately through a scoreless inning on Saturday against Houston in a Texas win. Morales, Dallas McPherson, Juan Rivera. He checks his swing and did not go, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morales with a single in his first major league at bat against tonight's starter Vincente Padilla, then homered in the 3rd inning, just barely over the right field wall. Now he sends a foul left side as he's trying to adjust in this at bat. Nice catch. A single again in the 5th inning, a line single to right field in his 3rd at bat, and then grounded out in his 4th AB in the 7th. That time he was batting from the right side. Really closed stance.
You see that good sinking action right there, and Morales showing a good eye up there and some plate discipline.
Way outside, 3-2. I thought it was interesting talking with Kendry about growing up. His father, Rafael Morales, who passed away at the age of 8, he said forced him to play baseball. He said he was an 8-sport athlete growing up, played everything. But his dad said, this is where I think your future is. Ground ball hit to the first baseman. 1 out. A very special evening for the Cuban in his first major league game.
Yep. Why waste any time? First time he stepped to the plate, he gets a knock. And his next time up, he goes yard. That's right over the yellow line. Home run. 2 for 2. He's not done. Still batting 1,000. He's on top of his game. 8th inning, this play right here could be the play of the game. Most guys are going to take the easy out. Not Morales. That's playing like a veteran. Fearless. Turns his back to the runner, spins and fires a dart. Showing a good arm right there. And accurate. Cabrera nearly handcuffed Cabrera, but he handled it. Could have been a potential rally right there. As Buck Showalter stayed with Jason Botts, didn't go with the pinch runner.
Dallas McPherson now up. He swings and sends it foul, down in the count 0-2. Dallas 0 for 4 in the game, and all 4 times he has been down 0-2 in the count. Start things 3 times against Padilla, and then in his last time facing the bullpen and Joaquin Benoit. I'm sorry, Ron Mayhay that time. So Bauer with the 0-2 pitch to Dallas, and he sends it sharply. And what a hop it takes over the first baseman to Sherazad, and Dallas going for 2. Here's the throw. He's in there with a double. Rex, that must have hit a rock, not a pebble. because that one just took off.
Well, that's why, you know, first baseman, and Teixeira knows all about it. He's doing his own groundkeeping work right now as he's smoothing out all those bad hops in front of him. But the runner always takes off from first base there, and there's always a lot of holes, and the Angels are getting a couple breaks. They got a call on Techida's ball, or the umpire Teixeira called out. But watch this. Now he's going good. This ball just hopped over Teixeira for a double.
It looked like it was going to go right into his glove, right around the knees, and then it just took off.
Dallas gets him a base hit. Hit the ball hard.
Groundkeepers are going to have to get rid of that boulder over at first base. Here's Juan Rivera. Strike one.
He hits this ball really hard. That's an inside fastball. It's a two-hopper. On the second hop, it hit the right bump.
It looked like it was a super ball.
Watch your lips over there.
I'll say. Rivera takes another. He's down in the count 0-2. Juan 0 for 4. His batting average right now at .227. The Angels expect so much from this guy. All 3 of his home runs have come in April.
The Angels faced Bauer. He was a starter back on April 11th, the second game of the home series there at the Big A. So Juan's seen him before.
Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels outfielder. When Texas bats in the bottom of the 9th inning, they'll have Teixeira, Blaylock, and Mensch coming up. Angels would love to give Frankie Rodriguez some insurance in the dirt. Francisco Rodriguez warming up in that Angels pen. He's been on hold, Rex, with 10 saves, it seems like, for about a month.
He's chomping at the bit to get in there. Hopefully he doesn't overthrow.
Second base picked off by Mark DeRosa. 2 outs. Moving to third, Dallas McPherson.
Yeah, they were hoping for another bad hop right there. Another ball struck well by Juan Rivera, but they'd like to get Dallas McPherson home for another insurance run against this really strong lineup of the Rangers.
So Tommy Murphy will bat for the first time. He pinch ran for Mike Napoli, who was in this spot to lead off the 8th inning when the Angels scored twice to tie it and take the lead.
Steve Smith, the infield instructor for the Rangers, he pulled the corners in. This is the first time they've seen Murphy. They know he can bunt. So Teixeira was way back, and so was Blaylock, and he says, hey guys, come in, this guy could bunt. And he's a good bunter. Got good speed.
Now those corners will back up a bit with 2 strikes on Tommy. Bauer has it on Tommy Murphy. Angels trying to end a 6-game losing streak.
They're staying with that sinking fastball.
Murphy swings and misses, and the inning is over. The Angels threat but do not score. They'll bring out Francisco Rodriguez to try and nail down a 7-6 lead. 3 big hitters coming up.
Life's more fun with Mercury Mountaineer. It's a definite step up. Sirius Satellite Radio, yours at no charge, with all kinds of sports, news, and talk, and 100% commercial-free music. You'll never get lost, except in the music. Mercury Mountaineer. Only Mountaineer comes with 0% financing for 60 months, plus a no-charge Sirius Satellite Radio, plus a no-charge 3-year subscription. You gotta put Mercury on your list. In the 21st century, distance is measured in laughter. Welcome to 21st Century Auto Insurance, where fewer worries make for happier journeys. So we created a policy with more features than any leading company, giving you the freedom to enjoy the ride. It's how we add a smile to what you value most. Happiness, security, savings. This is our commitment to you. Call 1-888-461-2121, and you could save 21% on your auto insurance. Welcome to the 21st century.
You have 18 new messages.
Hey, it's Dave. Can I borrow your truck to put some things in storage?
Dude, I need your truck to haul some stuff from... Yo, it's Thomas. I'm re-landscaping my yard. Bud, it's Eddie. I need...
Hey, it's Erica. I just got a new bikini. Let's hit the beach. Oh, and can I bring a girlfriend?
The very popular Tundra.
Toyota, moving forward.
The Angels hit 2 home runs tonight, one by Vlad, one by Morales. And throughout the season, Coors Brewing Company makes a donation to Navidad and El Barrio for each Angel home run hit. Navidad and El Barrio delivers more than 20,000 food baskets to needy families in Southern California each year. Angels take a 7-6 lead to the bottom of the 9th here in Arlington. Francisco Rodriguez out of the pen. He is 10 for 11 in save opportunities. Recorded his 10th save against a very good offense, the Chicago White Sox, back on May 10th. And he has converted 28 of his last 29 save opportunities. He will face teeth of the order: Teixeira, Blaylock, and Mensch. All 3 excellent power. Teixeira tees off, sends one deep to center field. Murphy back, still going back. He is there and makes a tremendous catch.
As Angel fans exhale, holding their breath, Tommy Murphy goes back. He knew exactly where he was on the wall. This is a slider that hung. Teixeira knows what to do with those hanging sliders. And Tommy Murphy might have saved a home run there. That was so close to that yellow line. Who knows if it would have bounced over or stayed in. Regardless, that's an out.
One big out. Now Hank Blaylock, and he takes outside ball 1. Blaylock, 2 doubles in the game. One in the first to drive in a run. One his last time up, and both have come to left field. Angels still have the ship on dramatically to the right side, even though twice he's gone to left. And Frankie has missed with the first 2 pitches. He comes with a fastball. I'll tell you this about Rodriguez. He is fearless. He really gets after it. He's not one of those guys to worry about a blown save. He lets it go. Mike Sosa said that about him when he first came up, and he was a big part of the Angels' success in their first World Championship in 2002. Another fastball for a strike, so he's back even with Hank Blaylock. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, Frankie's got that nice mid-90s fastball working. He's had plenty of time off. He's thrown some on the side in the bullpen, but not facing hitters. He's got the 2 different kinds of sliders, one tighter and one bigger. There's the tight slider.
I'll tell you what, he stayed on that pitch well. It wasn't down enough, but it was in, and Blaylock really seeing the ball well right now. Frankie went with the fastball to get 2 strikes, came back with the slider. Mensch waiting on deck. Back fastball fouled back. Now does he send that breaking ball in there again, maybe a little bit lower to Hank Blaylock. Blaylock has struck out just 20 times this year. After a season, he struck out way too many, according to his ranks, 132 times last year.
Now Frankie's looking for the dark one, no matter what. It's a pitch he's going to have to sneak by him. He's fouled him off to his left and to his right. Maybe you bury one down low.
Fastball, base hit left field. Blaylock charging around first. Throw by Juan Rivera. Not in time. A 1-out double by Blaylock. That's 3 doubles to left.
that's just great hitting right there. Okay, he can see they're playing the pull shift on him, and he's hit against that shift in the first 2 games of this series magnificently. He recognizes it's away. He says, all I got to do is shorten up his swing. That's a power hitter shortening up his swing. They need a base runner. Look at this. That wasn't that big home run swing. He's just looking for a base hit.
And now they will bring on a pinch runner.
That's Adrian Brown.
So Blaylock comes out. Brown now at second base, representing the tying run.
That was some kind of hitting right there. He shortened up his swing to do the job to get on base. It was a double.
Kevin Mench, 0 for 2, but he's been on 3 times with a pair of walks and reaching on a big error by Adam Kennedy that led the way to 3 errors that tied the game in the 3rd. Angels leading by 1. You see what Mench has done against Frankie Rodriguez. He has made 7 outs and 6 are by strikeout. Ooh, where'd that miss? Gets a bit outside.
It's all right. Frankie says, give me the ball back. Got a job to do here. 2 nice sliders right there. That's a beauty.
Came back with it, Rex.
Stay with it. Lackey's getting him. Now he might want to put one down a little bit lower, or maybe if he's going to throw a fastball, he's got to be really careful though, because Mench can turn one around.
He has the slow slider that you just saw, and then he has what he calls his strike him out slider, very biting slider that Molina has to be ready for in case it goes in the dirt. Brown, second base. He strikes him out with the slider away.
Stay with it. Why not? Every pitch to Mench was a slider on the outer half. They were perfectly executed. There's only been 1 bad slider in this inning. You can see the location was perfect, and that pitch almost was hit for a home run by Teixeira. A lot of moving parts on Frankie. Everybody knows it. That's part of his deception in his delivery.
So now Frankie Rodriguez with plenty of strikeouts in his career against a guy, Brad Wilkerson, who strikes out a lot. But Wilkerson playing much better in the month of May. Mike Scioscia setting his defense. Any ground ball, he wants those infielders to knock it down. Make sure Brown does it round third and score.
Angels have some good arms out there. Tommy Murphy has a plus arm in center field. Rivera throws well in left, and Big Daddy, everybody knows he's got a cannon. Frankie needs a strikeout.
Count to Brad Wilkerson. Jose Molina says, let's go through him again. In there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Wilkerson didn't like that. He thought that was away. Big pitch, caught the corner. Wilkerson, he hits the ball wherever it's pitched. He's a spray hitter.
In the air, left field, Juan Rivera. And finally, you can light up that halo because the 6-game losing streak is over. The Angels win it 7-6, and there's your player of the game. Give him the drink, the Gatorade. A major league debut, 3 for 5 with a home run in his 2nd big league at bat, and a big part of the Angels' success in this game. Rex, we talked about his offense, but that play to erase the sacrifice in that 8th inning was awfully important.
That was big as Shields walked him on 4 pitches and put him on bots on, and then the sacrifice bunt by Barajas would have done the job most of the time, but that kid Morales making huge dividends in his first big league game, and that's what Mike Scioscia wanted from the kid. helped them get off of that 0 for 6 snide here. Man, what a game. Angels can smile now. Maybe they can get a little confidence going.
Well, the Angels moved the record to 18 and 28 on the year, and FSN Live starts right now. The Rangers at 23 and 22. Well, down on the sideline is Jose Mota. He's with the star of the game. Jose?
Guys, what a day for Kendrys Morales. He makes it to the U.S. barely a year ago. He makes his debut. First hit, Kendry. Can you describe just the feeling today wearing this Angels uniform? Descríbeme el vestir este uniforme de los Angels en un día en realidad inolvidable para ti.
Bueno, este día no va a ser inolvidable para mí, bueno, ya que no sé ni qué decir, pues fue un día espectacular y todo salió bien.
So you're right, it's going to be an unbelievable day for me. I'll never forget it. A spectacular day. And at this point, I'm at a loss of words as to what to tell you. Now, hablemos del cuadrangular. Let's talk about the home run. You had fighting off a lot of tough pitches. You finally get something to hit, and you execute so well. What were you looking in that situation? Hablar del home run. ¿Qué tú buscabas en esa situación con un turno tan largo contra Padilla?
Bueno, ya la había conectado Gil ya y fui a buscarle un batazo para ver si salía, o ya que el primero no salió. Y ahí salió el batazo.
So in that situation, he was looking for something to hit hard at the first at bat, and to hit hard, which actually got a single, but he goes, I didn't hit it that hard. I was working to hit something even harder in my second at bat. Now let's talk about defense. Vamos a hablar del guante, la defensa. Esa jugada última, ¿qué tú pensabas? What was going through your mind as you make that risky throw to second base? ¿Qué pasaba por tu mente con ese tiro a segunda base?
Bueno, yo vi el toque que salió duro, oí la voz del queche que era para segunda base y ahí la tiré para segunda y metimos ahí en segunda.
I saw the bunt, number one, then I heard the catcher's voice to throw to second base, and ideally, after I saw the bunt, I was able to make that play, but number one is getting my feet set. Okay, now who do you call first, and where do you call? ¿A quién llamas primero y a dónde llamas? ¿Llamas a Cuba o llamas a tu mamá en Florida?
Bueno, a mi mamá yo pienso que debo llamar primero y ella llama para Cuba, porque ahora no puedo llamar para Cuba, muy tarde Cuba.
He says the first call to Florida to his mother. He will not be calling Cuba tonight because it's a little bit too late, but absolutely a day that he will never forget, and he'll be calling Mama here real soon. My friend, thank you very much.
No, gracias a usted.
Guys, let's go back to you in the studio and Patrick and Gooby.
All right, Jose, it's Jim Watson sitting in tonight. Patrick and I switch places. He's out of Dodger Stadium. Don't worry about it. Let's keep you there. We can let him go, right? Is he going in the clubhouse? He can hang out with you for a second. Can't hear it? Yeah, apparently we're having some technical problems down in Texas, so we'll bring it back here in the studio. Jim Watson joined by Mark Gubza, of course. And my goodness, you and I were sitting there watching this game, and
incredible.
This game changed 3 or 4 different times.
I mean, it looked like, they start off well, they hit the ball extremely well, they executed, which we said the last few games they haven't been able to execute and get the key hit. They did that. The pitching staff kind of fell apart. John Lackey kind of fell out of sync there a little bit there in the third inning. Then they battled back. Then, of course, Texas came right back. Tell you what, they got a couple key breaks there in the 8th inning there. Mark DeRosa was in the neighborhood right there at second base. They called him safe. They were able to score the go-ahead run there, which was huge because Vladimir looked like he hit an inning double play and would have really killed him in that spot.
Coming into this game, the Angels had lost 18 out of 23. They had lost 6 in a row. The last time they had lost 7 games straight was 2001. All of that now is washed away. I realize it's only May. I realize it's only one game. But they got some breaks tonight, and for a team that's had everything going against them, I mean, these guys are like, my name is Earl. Every time something good happens, they get hit by a car. Yeah. Nothing goes right for this team. Now, finally, they got something going in their direction.
Oh, no doubt about it. The key point is, we talked about even Morales made a tremendous play on that bunt play there. The way it's been going, usually that ball's airmailed into the outfield, and then lo and behold, they got a big inning situation. But Kendrys Morales set the tone. They brought him up. He had a tremendous spring training at 333 for him with 14 RBIs, too. The guy can flat out hit the baseball. You see it first time up, gets his major league first base hit in the left field. And it's a bat right here, second time around. Working the count here. You can see a couple pitches on the outside corner. Fouls off a tough slider there by Padilla, who's got one of the best in the business right there. Fastball the outside corner, keeping a good eye there. Fouls off another tough one. That's what you want to do. Foul off the tough pitches and hope that somehow you get a pitch to drive. 3-2 pitch. Not the exactly perfect pitch to drive, but that ball's down and in. Dropped ahead and drove it out there for his first major league home run there, too. It was huge in that situation. Gave him a 4-1 lead. That's a great at-bat there. You work the count 3-2. But for me, I love the defense, too. It takes a lot of guts for a young kid to make this play, because if he doesn't make this play, it's first and second there, and all of a sudden everything looks bad once again. But boom, you got to react quick. He did that and made the play at second base. A good throw, fielded it perfect, got himself in position to make the throw. What a tremendous first game for Kendrys Morales. This kid, we've heard a lot about him. Maybe this is the spark, Waddy, that they can get to get them going, because they need a lot of help.
Yeah, been looking for some young players to step up, and some people had said that the Angels had overestimated a lot of their young players. I don't know if they overestimated Kendrys Morales, because he looked terrific tonight. Let's go back to Texas, see if we can iron out those audio issues with Jose Mota. Jose, is it a little better now? You hear us okay?
I can even hear your name, man. I called you Patrick before. I'm sorry.
It's all right,
in fact,
dude,
I thought Gooby was saying Vladdy. He kept saying, hey, Vladdy, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? So it's Waddy. Hey, I apologize for that.
No worries, dude. Don't worry about it. My check will clear either way. All right, hey, man, talk to me about what this means to this team. We were just chatting about it here. We realize it's just one game, and it is May, but this is a team that has had everything going against them. They just got worked up at Dodger Stadium. They needed a little love, and they finally got a little bit tonight.
Waddy, you're right. You know, the one play at second base where DeRosa left the bag a little bit too early, those things have not been happening for the Angels as of late. The ball's dropping, hitting the, the bad hops, that last ball that McPherson hit, those things have not been happening. Now, what I think it happens here is you celebrate the small victories, a guy getting over, aggressive base running plays, two tough at bats when you figure for Sean Figgins with men in scoring position, but his last at bat, he was not that anxious to say, man, now I got a redemption. I got to get it done myself. He was patient enough to work that big walk. And also, we saw the attack offensively, and we also saw continuity. It's a big boost also with a big play by Tommy Murphy in center field. Mike Socha puts him in there. Naturally, a center fielder comes back there, comfortable, a lot of room to grow. And to me, that means Tommy Murphy in BP, and I saw with my own eyes, was doing his homework, watching the ball and playing that wind, which is very tough here tonight in this ballpark. But a huge boost. Little victories that will be celebrated huge for the Angels tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Jose. I mean, as a middle infielder that you were in the big leagues, tell me about that in the neighborhood play there with Mark DeRosa there at second base. It ended up being a huge play for him because it looked like he was kind of close to that base, and a lot of times, like an umpire like Tim Tashita there was at second base, made the right call, but they seem to always call as long as you're in that neighborhood play. Explain that to us.
Well, you're right. When you look at who was hitting as Vladdy, right? So you have a guy with a big swing, and immediately DeRosa thinks, hard hit ball. Well, it's not hit that hard, so Blaylock has to bide his time, get set, and make the throw. That's where DeRosa, to me, lost his timing, lost his footage. Overall, also, a lot of credit to the guy sliding at second base. Sean Figgins did not take the play for granted. That made it tough, so DeRosa has to peak a little bit, and as a middle infielder, you want that ball firm on you to twist and make that double play. It was not the case, so he cut himself cheating in. Obviously, he was out a little bit earlier, did not step on the bag on time, and those are the type of situations that will be huge, not only because of what happened in that play, but also because who made it happen, and the fact that Sean Figgins went in hard and forgot about the previous at-bats made it really happen.
Yeah, Jose, too. You remember Adam Kennedy had that tough little error there in the third inning that led to his 3 unearned runs. Then he comes back and has an incredible game for him. A couple situations where Mike Socha let him swing away there in obvious bunt situations. He came through with a huge game for him. 4 for 4. Here's a guy that had all those problems with Figgins there at home before they left on this road trip. What a great game for AK.
Great game. Also in that situation you talk about, Gooby, you have the opposing manager, the opposing pitcher thinking it's a fastball situation. Well, as a hitter, you do no favor to yourself by looking at how he's going to work you. You know it's going to be a fastball. He's looking at the bunt, maybe a hit and run, and it has to be a strike. He just walked the guy before you. That's keeping things simple. That's putting behind what happened defensively, and that is taking charge in the bottom part of the lineup, which tonight, again, did a very nice job.
All right, Jose, thanks very much for your time. Thanks for sticking with us, man.
It is Waddy and Gooby.
It's all right. We got it. No worries. All right, man. Thanks very much.
All right, guys.
Go in the clubhouse. Enjoy those guys. It's been, 10 days since the Angels have had the music playing in the clubhouse. By the way, if you've never been in a pro clubhouse, when you lose, it's like a death in the family. Nobody smiles. Nobody's hitting the buffet.
I often wonder that,
no
too.
music. What is that about?
It's 162 games. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a minimum of 60 games during the course of season. That's what's baseball. I mean, the thing is, I think it comes down to is they don't want the media believing that, hey, no big deal, you lost a game because it's different in football and other sports where you don't play as many games in football. But baseball is so many, you got to move it aside. 6-game losing streak, though, the way they've been playing, and 11 games under 500 coming into today means they had to go out there and play as good as they could. And they did play well. A lot of good things happened. The bullpen came through after a couple scratchy starts there with with Brandon Donnelly giving up a triple and a double. But other than that, they did a good job.
All right, let's talk about Lackey a little bit. Lackey, by the way, an Abilene, Texas native, so going home, a lot of tickets left at will call for his buds. But he never really pitched very well against the Rangers. His career, he's about 500 coming into this one. He's up 4-1. He makes a couple mistakes, allows them to get back in the game. And then it looks like he might get the win.
Yeah.
You know, he had a lot of drama today, up and down, as was everything we saw today.
Yeah, well, no doubt about it. You know, we've always talked about him having some of the best stuff in baseball, but there's every once in a while a little thing will happen during the course of a game that he kind of loses whack a little bit. You can see right here, he's starting to fall off the mound, which is not something he wants to do. You can see right here, he's opened up his front shoulder, his chin's flying out of strikes, and you see his foot going towards first base instead of going towards the target at home. That's what happens to him. He just got out of sync there a little bit. He did get, they were all unearned runs. It was the error with Adam Kennedy that kind of got this thing started. But John Lackey's done such a good job in about the last year and a half of it. When something goes bad, he's able to put that aside and stay within himself, not overthrow the baseball, whether it be his fastball or his curveball. Stay back, keep that front shoulder tucked. A lot like a hitter. Once you fly open, bad things happen. And that's what happened in the third. But after that, he did a great, great job. You saw that 8 in a row, retired 9 of 10. Gave himself a chance to be able to get a W, but of course they came back there to the Rangers. But he did a good enough job to give him a chance to win.
Yeah, Lackey still doesn't have a win in May, but he went from kicking chairs in the locker room to patting guys on the back when they came in. They probably got a win.
Things flowing there.
All right, we're going to come back. We're going to talk more about Vladdy. We're going to talk about K-Rod. We're going to talk about Shields. There's a lot more to talk about with the Angels, but also the Ducks played tonight. There's a ton of stuff going on. Jeff Weaver goes tomorrow for the Halos. Could his starting job be on the line if he struggles again? Plus, we are going to hit the ice. The Ducks down 2-0 as they go north of the border. A tough place to play. The Ducks never win in Edmonton. How about tonight? We'll tell you. Come back.
FSN Live is brought to you by Hyundai. Take the Hyundai Challenge. Visit thehyundaichallenge.com.